Yo, welcome to Dr. T's last one of the night, man. Yeah, we were just over there happy. chilling. I think they already on their way over. Y'all come up. Anybody want to come up? We can continue this conversation. Most likely people don't go to sleep. I know that's why I don't usually try to do this shit after a show that goes long because people like, we're gonna go to bed. Yeah, I was gonna do my shit tomorrow, but fuck it, right? I ain't going to bed. What's cool? Croc.
What up? What
Are you
up?
here? Yeah, y'all doing. What's good, Croc? Yeah, man. I wanted to continue the conversation. I just felt like we was still just chilling. So shit, fuck it, right?
That's what I was telling him one night when you left. I was saying, I find the conversations late night more intelligent. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you don't have the peanut gallery throwing rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You actually have a normal conversation about shit.
Exactly.
It's nice being
Exactly.
to have a conversation and not have somebody up there that's just whatever,
Yeah, it's always gonna be a one-sided. It's like you have a person that comes up every day on their channel and then they're just talking to the people and they're not really having a conversation because they go off on a tangent. They go off on a what's up, Jim John? They go off on like a ramble and then there's nobody can actually challenge what you say because you know what I'm saying.
Right.
You're gonna still go. I like doing this. Like I like having a conversation because I feel like even if me and you do not agree, you get what I'm saying. We can still have a somewhat of a debate over how I
Yeah.
see it and how you see it. But at the end of the day, you're gonna grow like you're growing. I'm gonna grow like I'm growing. We're gonna still have our own different ideals, but it's still gonna be. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's still, we still have that same idea of like, okay, you grow like this, I grow like that. I have to tell people this shit all the time. They tell me, well, what do you mean pH? What do you mean? You're doing high organics. I'm doing cocoa. You know what I'm saying? I have to do shit just a little bit different. That's the only reason why I be saying shit like that because a lot of people don't realize that even when you grow in a different medium, you're growing in a different environment, you're growing in a different area, different elevation. A lot of shit's gonna be different. You can't expect for me to grow just like you and be in two different places.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. We can grow the exact same strains, the exact same equipment. It's going to be different. It's just going to be different. I mean,
Yep.
where you're at's different than where I'm at. I mean,
So I that's how I see it. Sometimes might be watching somebody else's live, or I might be in the chat and I be hitting like me and my wife. We always just sit here and I be listening, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? You can't say that, bro, because we're in two different environments. You can't tell me to say, hey, listen, the guy in Alaska and the guy in South America, they grow on the same fucking strain. You're gonna expect the same thing. That shit does not fucking float, bro.
no.
I mean, sorry.
Nope, it doesn't work like that.
Look at 618. He said he posted a video on Facebook and YouTube earlier, and he already had someone tell him to quit using advanced nutrients and go organic. What's up? Bro, the link right there. Y'all can hit it. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can come up. I don't got 10 slots. You know what I'm saying? I got 6. So y'all can come through. I know it wasn't that much. Yeah, y'all can come through, kick it. I don't give a fuck. You can swap out. You know what I mean? People come up, people go down. Really don't give a fuck. We just sitting here just chilling and kind of having this continuing the conversation we was having. Because I feel like like Crop said, at night when I be chilling with you guys, it's an intelligent conversation. Some nights you just be laughing and cracking jokes and shit. But most of the time, huh?
Well, I think a lot of it is a lot of times during the day. There's so many people in chat saying stuff in chat. It just distracts from what anybody's saying. in the actual panel, because then you're off on like whatever dude just said it, and it's like pretty soon there's no direction. It's just everybody's talking about everything, and it's just like wow.
90% of the shows are like that now because they don't have a topic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just gonna say this. I want to start doing a show. Once I get my StreamYards right, like I'm gonna pay for StreamYards, I want to do a show to where we have a topic. We can talk about germination, and all we do is talk about germination. We can talk about training, and all we can talk about is training. You get what I'm saying? And different, like not just the whole show, like the main topic of the show. Like we can talk about this. We can talk about other shit, and then we can get into what we was talking about today. And then we can go into step by step on how to get people to start growing properly, especially because the whole thing is everybody keeps talking about the new grower, the new grower, the new grower, but none of their information is focused on the new grower. You always hear some shit about people like, what the fuck is PPFD? These new growers don't know what the fuck that is. Just tell them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to break that shit down to these new growers. You can't be like, oh, you don't know what the fuck CalMag does? Oh, then you shouldn't be growing. Well, when I hear somebody say they don't know nothing about CalMag, I tell them to go pick up a book. If you don't want to read,
if you don't want to
read and learn about it, I'm not going to teach you anything.
If you're growing with LED lights, you have to have CalMag. I mean, it's just, I go through more CalMag than anything.
At RH, what's your SOPy? Or what's your SOP? SOP.
What's up? Yeah.
I normally I put the seed in the bucket, and then I try not to get in the way. And then
what's your SOP? That's standards of operation.
Standard operating procedure.
That's right. That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, I don't really have one. I need to dial that shit in a little more. I tend to have a bunch of plants, and I hope I have a space for them when they're, and that's where I get into trouble. That's where I get into over vegging and having too long of legs and shit. It's not really having a plan going into it. You got to have a plan.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. You gotta have a fucking plan. You can't just grab your seed, throw it in the cup, and then expect it to do everything you want it to do.
What? Say what?
You can't just say, hey, I don't know what I fed them last week, and I don't know what I'm gonna feed them next week. I don't have you gotta go in fully with a fucking plan.
That's why every don't matter what nutrients you got, every one of them got a schedule. There's a schedule.
They got a schedule, and I mean, might not have to go by exactly, because I like to say you dial back and then you go into because I feel like those schedules are made for a plant that has a healthy root base, like it's already like almost like a teenager. I feel like
everything's based that when a company comes out with a new product, it's based on you have the best plant possible. If you got a shitty
under 1,000-watt light.
Oh yes, let's talk about that. The feeder schedule is only set for 1,000-watt lights.
Yeah, HPS.
They're showing you, HPSs at that.
That's what it's based off of.
So when you think about it, you're only running 450
new ones based off LEDs. But if you don't know to look for that, how do you know if that's what you got?
I'm gonna sound nerdy, but I got an SOP.
Yeah, for sure. What is it?
Yeah, it's not. That's not sounding nerdy, bro. You gotta have a success.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean,
I had to
have a successful Corey over and over and over.
Well, I had to. Well, I knew what I was doing, right? What I wanted to do. I didn't have an SOP, but then Corey needed help in his garden, and I said the only way I can help you is if you do exactly what I said. I'm not going to help you with how you're doing it. I'll help you with how I did it, and then you'll listen to me, and then you get the results I get. So then he agreed. It was hard for him to do it, and he agreed. And I wrote him an SOP, everything that I do, and then now he's doing it his own little style, but it's based off of what he learned from me, and I was able to tell him what I did, and it helped me come up with my own SOP. So now I know how many milliliters of water I water for 1 gallon, in what growth stages I water them, in the 2 gallon and the 3 gallon. I know how much food I give in all these different times. I know the lux that I use for the lights. I have a SOP for my lux for the growth stages.
And when something goes wrong, it's easy for you to track. Really easy what it was.
Yeah, because I know all the parameters are the same all the time. I keep them there. I try to.
Listen, that's really important for somebody that's growing on an industrial scale where you're turning it over for a profit. But like for a home grower, like that's a lot of extra work when all you got to do is keep the plant healthy.
Yeah. You don't have to overthink shit. You need to know what your plan is for your stuff. You know what I mean? You can't just like
no, you should never go into anything blind. But like all that tracking and monitoring, you know, like
yeah, you don't have to do all that. I just mean like that might be me. That's why I said I'm nerdy, right? Because I nerd out on information. I don't recommend anyone do half the shit I do because I'm fucking eccentric, kind of I'm just a weirdo sometimes with stuff. That's why I don't ever try to teach nobody.
Bro. It's not weird if it works, bro. I mean,
oh yeah, definitely.
At one point in time, everything was
different
weird.
stuff every now and then. Yeah, we all do. But like, what do you do? Like, what's your procedure? Like when you're like, you want to, like when you're teaching new growers, like you said, you want to come up with an idea. That's why I said, what's your SOP? Like, so like, what was the standard operating procedure of telling a new grower how to start a seed, how much water to water for what kind of nutrients, or all these different things?
I guess
Here's
have one.
fail-proof way that I can tell you to start seeds. Is do it in the thing, in the little dome seed starter.
Oh yeah. Those things work really good.
Oh yeah, you got those little.
They don't sink. They don't sink. You know, the seed doesn't get pushed down too far to pop normally. You know, and you can find it. That's the big thing. Like you can find
it. The little rooting plug things.
Yeah, little Root Riot starter plugs.
Oh yeah,
put them under the dome. Put them under an 18-watt fucking T5 light. With
here we go. What power reading would you
heat mat?
use? Oh, okay.
Bang. Yeah, with a little heat mat. Bam.
Yeah, put them on it.
A little bit of Clonex a little bit of Clonex with some mycorrhiza in it.
And that's it.
Yep. So then you have like and then teaching people about their medias and the types of pots they have. Some people require runoff, some people don't. Some medias do, some people don't.
Well, you can pick.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying when you go down to cocoa, you got soil. You practically don't need a runoff. You can just water to your. And then cocoa, you might need a little runoff. It all depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to read to see how much the plant is uptaking every time you feed, then yeah, you need a runoff. You need to give it a little heavy feeding so you can get you somewhat of a runoff.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Then do you drain to waste?
Yeah,
or do you just drain and leave it?
No, I drain to waste.
Like, you know what I mean? Like some people water and then whatever the tray is, they leave the water in the tray too. And
even if I have a tray, I have a plant riser, so my plant stays outside above that water. It's never going to be sitting. And then in cocoa, I feel like even if regardless what medium you're using, I feel like you should have it somewhat on the riser because you don't want your plant to be completely saturated in one area and dry it out in the next. You know what I'm saying? You be giving you that's how new growers actually water overfeed all the time. They see that top part fucking dry, and then you pick up the pot and the shit's still heavy. If you did, they don't even.
So you know what I'm saying? This is it. Do you like your girls run through or not? Because like you got to push that.
See, that's where I'm weird. That's where I do something different.
A lot of it depends on how fast you water too. A lot of guys will go in there and just jump a whole gallon of water in there super fast, and they get runoff, and they're like, "Oh, that's good. I'm good."
That's not good though. Yeah, because then the bottom stays super saturated. Yeah, and the top gets super dry. So if your frequency is up, that's why I'm glad you said that, Carl. That's pretty cool because with me, I leave the runoff. I don't have a riser, and I feed exclusively every time, no matter what. And I don't get an EC buildup at all. But I'm feeding enough times during the day that the runoff is not very much because I measure in milliliters, and then I weigh the pot every time I grab it and I fill it. And I've done it for so long that I know exactly how many milliliters to put it on. And I'm only off by a small margin every time I water. So the runoff amount that's in there, the plant will either take it or it'll just disappear. And there's not enough food or ppms in the runoff because the plant's damn near ate it all to leave any salt buildup or anything. So then I've been able to kind of perfect my grow by leaving the runoff and letting the plant deal with it with no EC buildup. But that is not what I could ever recommend to anyone in any situation, because in most situations you'll get a huge EC buildup. You're gonna have huge pH swings, and because you're not feeding correctly to do that. Like you have to feed a certain kind of way to get that done.
Facts.
So like a little
reading the chat.
A new grower, the easiest thing I think a new grower could do is go and get a bag of Fox Farm. You know, this stuff is so simple. After you get your
What up,
seedling
Dad?
done, I mean, Fox Farm, because it takes away the feeding and all that. You don't have to learn all that right away with Fox Farm. You can actually see how a plant grows. You can learn how to water the plant. You can do all that without having to worry about feeding part.
Mm-hmm. What changed my mind about feeding with hydroponic nutrients was when Bruce Bugsby said, "We don't flush because it doesn't do anything." And I was like, well, flushing does something for me for sure, and a lot of growers I know. And then he said, because we don't overfeed the plants, we feed them just enough. So we notice when we flush, we get a decrease in weight, and it's not beneficial. So then I was like, huh. So I started changing the way I fed drastically real quick to try to figure out what he was doing. That's when I discovered on how to feed correctly and not get EC buildup by the frequency of feeding you do. Some people feed so frequently that they have the runoff. Yeah, I said some people feed so much, but they have the runoff that drains, right? So then they perfect the pH and the ppms every time by the frequency. But the way I'm doing it is I'm feeding enough all the time where I never require a runoff to drain because the pH never swings, because I'm careful how I feed in the growth stages. So if I don't have enough ppms in the water because I have to check it every time, then it will get a crazy pH swing. So I have to measure it every time. I have to check the pH, check the ppm every day.
Is
It's crazy.
All right. So 6-1.
It is a lot of work, but I enjoy it though. I enjoy doing it though. That's the thing.
Yeah, if you like it, I'm lazy.
There's a lot of lazy growers out there too, though.
I'm lazy. I'm lazy with the DWC though. I'll leave that shit and just let it do its thing. That's my lazy.
I've gotten a lot better.
It's like a set.
You can't be lazy with Rockwool.
I used to be like, oh, I need to water, and they'll go one more day. Now I make myself water because you can go too far. You can go too dry too.
618 Grow got a question. It said, what par reading do you use at week 3 of flower?
1 million.
I've never used par.
I don't go off of.
What I think he means by that is like what do you think is optimal par when you're going in the flower?
Well, it depends.
So like how much should you raise your lights up?
Yeah, I don't know what you're using. It depends.
Yeah, so that's why he asked for the par. Like I said, 1,000 par, like because he could raise his light. If his par, his light might say at 18 inches, it's 900 feet. So 900 par in the middle.
Well, here's a better question we could answer probably.
Go to the Cocoa for Cannabis website and check the par meter reader.
Yeah, definitely.
Go there. They know all
maybe
those
better.
answers. I can't tell you. I don't know.
A better question we could answer maybe is:
yes.
Do you turn the light up when you switch the light schedule? Do you turn the light up immediately and give it all the PPFD when you go to 12/12, or do you gradually do this over the course of 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Like we can answer that maybe. What do you guys do?
Well, if you're at 50% of your light going into flower, I would think at 3rd week of flower, I would want to be at 75% of my light. I don't know what light it is, so I can't give you a par number.
Yeah. So if the number you wanted was 100% on the light, that's where you want it in flower. Like you're comfortable with 100%.
Right. Well, if the plant is this size and it doubles in flower, you got to have double the amount of light in flower, right? Because it's double the plant.
Do you give it more light than it needs, or do you give it as much light as it needs? Because
I would give it as much as it needs. Yeah.
So I've tried a couple different things with the lights, and I can't tell what works better. by leaving it low and keeping the light low to the canopy and just tracking the light every day with the canopy, and then turn it up after it gets 2 to 3 weeks in.
That's
and
what
then
you're
I've also
asking. Okay.
and I've done that one time, and then I've done it where I've turned it up where it's supposed to be, and then I raised it to a certain amount of inches where the PPFD was still good, and it would grow into basically the perfect PPFD for the light.
It
Well,
depends
it
so
on
needs more light as it gets bigger.
All
I
right, so
noticed
look,
a difference.
here's what he's saying. He's showing right now like exactly what's his issues. He's at 850 in the center, outer edges and corner 625, battle of heat, AC Infinity Evo 6 and a 3x3.
Yeah, everybody ain't shit.
I mean, if you're getting hot and it's 850 in the center, you could probably dial it down a little bit. If you're 625 at the outsides, I mean,
How far away is the light? Because
Average
if
is
it's 850 in the center and it's at the top of the tent and it's hot, then you need to take some equipment out of your tent.
yeah, something's. I mean, if you can remove a pallet or the driver
it's-
off the light, if you can.
I mean, it has to be, 83. That's not too bad, but lots of airflow. Is your fan inside your tent? Is your exhaust fan inside your tent with a fucking carbon filter?
Did you do a defoliation at week 3, day 21?
Because if it's in there, you could take it out and set it outside.
12 inches. Raise it. Well, I mean, you're talking
lift
about
the light up.
the
Lift the
Look
light
at
tent.
the
up.
size.
It'll get a
You in
little
the
cooler.
3x3, 6 foot, 3x3, 7 foot.
83 is not really heat issues though with LED.
83 is not. Nah, LED. It's not bad.
Yeah, but
83
it's
is not.
12 inches
80
away and it's an LED. LEDs don't need to be that close.
No,
Nah, I would raise
not a lot of lights out there.
I'd raise the light at least to 18 inches.
6180 ranch.
LEDs penetrate, so they don't need.
I
they
don't mean to
need
interrupt, but I don't want to lose Dad's tent thing here that he's talking about in chat. It depends,
go ahead.
Dad's tent. It depends on what kind of water you're using. I use RO water, so I always add CalMag. And then when I'm in flower, I switch to Mag Sulfur. So if you're using a tap water, I mean, most of your ppms from a tap water is going to be CalMag.
Yeah.
I don't know if that kind of helps.
That's why I use RO water.
When I use
Yeah,
RO water, I add CalMag except when I'm feeding. I've started to feed. When I'm feeding, I won't add CalMag. And then when I go back to the next watering, I'll add CalMag.
If you don't use RO water, you probably already have CalMag in your water. So
in your water, yeah.
Yep.
Most of those ppms that's in tap water is going to be CalMag. But then you're going to, I mean, to a point. Say you're like my tap water is 260. Most of that's all going to be CalMag. So I wouldn't even have to worry about. I could feed that. That's just fine. If I use tap water, I just add a little bit less CalMag. I just want to make sure if the plant eats the shit out of CalMag, it has to have it available, especially under these powerful LED lights. They just eat the shit out of it.
Yeah, if your plants are turning purple under LEDs, it's because you're not cycling enough magnesium. Your plant can't take it up.
Too much light too.
Yeah,
flip your leaf over, flip your leaf upside down. You'll see the purple
right amount of light.
running up the veins of the leaves.
Uh-oh.
So I got genetics that make pink the part of the leaf, or the fuck you call it, the that goes in between the branch and the leaf that connects the leaf. What do you call it?
The petiole.
Yeah, there you go. The petiole, it's pink. It's hot pink, and it's like that through its whole life. But the branches don't get that way. They stay green until you flip it in the flower. Then the pink starts to vein throughout the whole plant, and then the plant gets these nice.
If you're not seeing the purple veins and you're not getting the purple streaks up, you're probably all right. Your well water is probably all right.
But here's the thing: you get those miscolorations at the end of flower because that's when it uses the most mag.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's why when I go into flower,
mag, it would probably reduce some of that discoloration. Some of it's genetic for sure, but the part
only
of
purpling I've seen.
Yeah, but the part of it that's not genetic, you can reduce with CalMag or with mag sulfur.
Mag sulfur, yeah.
Yeah.
Later on in flower, you want to switch to mag sulfur. The sulfur helps the bud structure and bulking, and then the mag is because the plant always wants mag.
It's a ripening agent. Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
so ripening it, it's.
But that's exactly, you know, yeah, I use CalMag with Ocean Forest. But the
absolutely.
Yeah, like it'll take out a lot of that purpling because like fucking LEDs, bro. Something about a LED, I don't know. It's the multitude of the amount of diodes or the colors or the arrays or whatever, the spectrum that it gets. I don't know.
It's just so intense. The LED lights
but
are
it's
just
strong, bro. It's
because
strong.
everybody talks about how strong outside, the sun is, but
It's
I've
so
never had
filled
to.
up.
None of my stems have ever turned purple outdoors, and I don't give CalMag outside, and it doesn't do the same thing. For whatever reason, these
It's
lights indoors
sequesters
are.
from nature what it can out there. You know what I mean?
Dr. MJ Coco talks about it a little bit, like the wavelength of an LED diode and the wavelength of a metal halide or high pressure sodium is more like the sun kind of because the basically the photons and everything will bounce off each other and go in different directions, and it creates less creates a different environment. And the LEDs is just like a straight beam right into it, like a real fast frequency.
Right. There's
So,
no
like
lens.
Spotlight on you all day.
Right. There's
Yeah,
no
exactly.
lens. The sun's kind of got a lens over it that protects
our atmosphere
from that wavelength. Right.
Yeah,
Where
our
the
Earth
LED
doesn't.
lights don't.
But whatever it is, it forces your plant to cycle through CalMag and eventually more magnesium because the what does the Grow Boss says something where he's like, the something about the healthiest something in a garden is a lack of magnesium or something, like you need more mag.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I
always
feed
the
everything all the time.
It's always
Yeah,
more
it's
mag
always mag.
in a healthy garden.
In a healthy
I feed
garden, it's
everything
always
all the time.
I mean, it's always
Every
magnesium.
feed gets CalMag, every feed gets silica, every feed
And if
gets
you
A
don't-
and B.
And if you don't
You
believe
do
me,
that to everything.
you don't believe me,
Everything
use
all the
mag
time.
on your plant,
You get
use
all
mag
of
on
it
your
at
plant,
once.
like I say, and then skip it for a little while. See what your plant
No,
does.
not all of it.
You don't
No,
like
I
break it
tailor.
up.
So, no. I never feed water. I used to feed water, but that's highly stressful on the plants. I've noticed for what I'm doing. It slows the plants down quite a bit, and I get purple stems when I give water, straight water. Like I can do that easy. So all I do is I feed what they need, and I can feed small plants or mother plants or vegging plants that I keep alive for months with hydro, and I feed every time, and I never get an EC buildup because I don't feed them a lot. It's low, like maybe 0.6, 0.8 EC sometimes even a 0.4 EC, but it'll go
And I'll
from a
bet
0.4 up to a 1.2 depending on the size of plant.
And I'll bet you got CalMag somewhere in there.
Everywhere,
it's
yeah, the
nutrients.
whole nutrient
Yeah.
lineup every time. I never lack on nothing. I give it every
Nice.
time.
Listen, hold on. Can you? I got to know what you mean by that. Do you mean you put everything that's available all the time at once,
No.
or you'll like
No.
put A and you'll do part A?
Look, whatever you know about feeding, like the nutrient and what a plant needs in different stages, I probably got a good idea about it too. So I'm feeding the plant what it needs in the growth stage that it has. So right now I'm feeding, like I've in the last 6 months I've fed with 7 different nutrient companies,
Okay.
and I've
Do you
just had
give
me lost for a second. I thought you said you put everything in the bucket all the time.
No, just the things that are required. So if I'm in veg, then I'm giving silica, CalMag, and A and B. That's for drip
All the
hydro.
time?
If I'm in flower,
mix
yes,
CalMag
all the
and
time.
silica?
Do you
all the
mix
time.
your micronutrients in your food? Do you feed and give micronutrients at the same time?
Yeah, they're
Or
in
do
the
you mix
same.
it up? Do you feed and then the next watering you do your micronutrients and then
No.
Oh, okay.
No, look. So I went drip hydro. Drip hydro only has 5 things. They have A, B, flex, then they have this cleanse or whatever the fuck it is called, flow or whatever, and then they got their CalMag. So all that's required to grow is the CalMag, the flex, and the A and B. So the flex is just your PK booster, It's not really, you don't utilize it like a PK booster like you would think. They don't want you flooding the end of flower like that. They just want you to use a little bit midway through flower to
But
help.
that flex is like only 10.
But the A and B is what you use in flower and veg, no matter what. So what I'm saying is, when I say every time, a lot of hydro growers feed water because they get an EC buildup in the root zone. If you use a small pot, you won't get as much of a buildup if you feed correctly. If you feed too much food every time, then you'll start to get an EC buildup. Or if you don't feed frequently enough, like enough water so it doesn't dry out real quick, then you'll also get an EC buildup. So what I do is I water on time and the right amount of food for the plant in that growth stage. And I've been doing that for a while now, and it's way more success than feed water.
What's the microbes?
What do you mean, microbes? Oh yeah, add Great White.
Great White, okay.
I'm not Great White. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. They're all.
It's Orca.
Yeah, you're using Orca. Yeah. Orca's good shit.
Okay, so like that's like I still gotta. I don't know that I understood, so I'm gonna ask it plain.
Yeah, you can ask.
You add the A and the B and the flour and the CalMag and the microbes to every bucket?
No.
Okay, perfect. Never mind. I'm perfect then.
No, all right. So the PK booster only comes in when I'm in flour, and I utilize the PK booster when I flip in the flour. Right when I flip, and then it ends about midway through. The PK booster isn't really a factor anymore, and the CalMag goes up, and the PK booster goes down at the very end of flower. My A and B goes down, while my CalMag goes up a tiny bit.
Have you been using this?
Plants green when you finish?
Huh? Yeah, they're beautiful.
When you plant, when you cut them down, they're still green.
No, hell no, dude.
No. Okay.
No, so I don't flush, and my plants naturally senesce.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, see,
I'll show you through this next grow. It's cool to watch, honestly, because I'm pretty down with it.
I know what you're doing. I know 100% what you're doing, and it works.
Yeah, we talked about it. We talked about it before. Right. About
but the thing is, I had to make sure that like you weren't to make sure that I understood what you were doing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not. So like when I was using,
I know what it is.
No, I understand. When I was using Simpro too, like they have their whole lineup, right? I only feed every time, right? But I'm only feeding one thing. I'm feeding their growth. That's it, because it has a whole bunch of stuff in it.
Listen, do you use the silica every time, or do you swap that every other time?
Drip don't come with silica.
Yeah, they have PowerSci. PowerSci is the same company.
Power SI. Also, Power SI. That's the same.
Yep.
Oh,
they're the same company.
All right, so yeah, they run Power SI. They have a thing reading for Power SI. I use Drip, but I use Psycho Silica. It's the same, but like I'm using Drip right now too.
I kind of where you're getting with. I kind of know where you're going. ADHD. Like, so most hydro growers, the concept is you're getting an EC buildup. So you're going to do a feed in water at some point in time, or you're going to not use one of your nutrients because you've leached out some of your nutrients by not having enough water in the root zone, like they fell out of the water because there's not enough water and now they're stuck in the median, or you just feed too much, right? So then when you grow DWC, you're always trying to match the ppm. You don't want it to go up or down. So every time you check or you redo your res, your ppms need to stay the same, and it drinks a lot of water. So then I use the same tech that you would do for DWC, how you check your runoff every time, or you check it to make sure your ppms ain't going up and down. And I try to figure out how the plants ate in rock wool, and I figured it out with the pot sizes I use. And then I went way under, and then I used a whole bunch of different nutrients up and down, and too much and not enough, and different things. And through the papers that I've read too about different things, plants require everything all the time that they need in that growth stage. So if a plant needs nitrogen every fucking time, you need to give it nitrogen every time if you're in a hydroponic medium, unless you're doing an EC buildup, which is old law, and a lot of people don't want to do it no more. It's not good practice. You need to be feeding the plants correctly and healthily, so you have a good product.
Are you giving it silica every time?
Yes,
I do too.
And you're not seeing any,
but not towards the end. Not towards the end at all, huh?
Yeah, like the last 2 weeks,
effects?
Do I what?
No negative
I didn't hear you.
effects.
Oh no, no. No, not at all. Why would I get negative effects from feeding silica?
Well, I've seen that it does weird things to the leaves and sometimes to the stalks and the buds.
Yeah, if you overfeed anything, yeah, it's gonna be weird. Definitely.
Yeah,
agree.
well, that's why I'm asking if you're doing it every time. You know, like what's the
Well,
right
the plant
amount
will
of
uptake it
silica?
every time, right?
I don't know. Will it?
I think the plant will uptake everything it needs every time
How
it
much
drinks.
how much silica do you give it every time?
Yeah, but that's the
But
thing.
it's probably very, very small amount then.
I'm about to say,
Yeah,
like,
everything I get. So look, I never feed anywhere even close to 1,000 ppm. Ever. I've always been well under 1,000 ppm, and the only nutrient company that you got to be close is Drip Hydro because it uptakes really efficiently and it will swing the pH if you're not careful. But a lot of nutrient companies I've used, you can use way under recommended or what other people would use if you just keep feeding. If I don't feed every time, I'll have a problem in a couple of days. I'll have a nitrogen problem, magnesium problem, something will go wrong. So like if I feed water, what I'm feeding right now, my plants will die on me. They'll be hungry as shit. They'll automatically start to not grow as fast. Like it's I would love to get some testing so that we could have a look at it also with my end flower. Like I like the questions though.
Yeah.
They're good questions.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen, I had a problem with silica before.
So have I. Bad chemistry. Silica can stop uptake of different nutrients also if it's the wrong kind of silica that doesn't react
like
with
the
other nutrients.
Take it up, but like what if it's the kind that plugs up the root pores?
Yeah. So I'm using colloidal silica. It's a different kind of silica than what most people in the industry have heard of. It's what they use in big ag. So they take water and then they use the water as a polymer some way just to spin silica in the polymer so it doesn't knock out easy with other nutrients. It plays well with everything. It's made by Ventana Plant Science. It's one of the best silicas I've ever used in my life.
Bioavailable.
Super bioavailable. It's fucking pretty cool.
ATC
I like it.
got a question. He said, what's the difference between enzymes and hormones?
Enzymes
Google.
and hormones?
Google.
He said Google.
Hormones
That
are
good.
created from the plants, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just going down the questions in the chat. You know,
I wish I was a chemist,
I'm
bro.
letting you guys talk.
Like,
but I've been also swiping through the chat. So I mean, if you see something pop up,
let me get high for a minute and I'll try and figure that out.
I feel you ADHD though, because in soil and soil growers, right, you damn sure don't want to be feeding nothing regularly because of the concept behind how soil, how you approach it is totally different than what I'm doing. It's like complete opposite. But what I'm doing is not similar to what a lot of hydro growers have done for a long time either.
Oh, you're growing in that chunked up rock wool, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll probably be moving. Look, I'm probably be moving to Oklahoma in the next year. And if I move to Oklahoma, it's guaranteed that we're gonna fucking hang out.
Listen.
Unless you're just a hermit or something.
Minnesota just went fucking legal.
Okay. Sounds cold. You know, I'm coming. It's 105 degrees probably right now outside. It's dark. Like, why would I? I'm not going nowhere cold. I'll fuck around and die.
Oh, you can't do cold? You don't want to get your
snow
hell
boots
no.
out? Hell no,
you don't
bro.
Want to learn to shovel snow?
Dude, I grew up in Kansas, dog. I'm good.
Bro.
I'm good. I like Oklahoma. Oklahoma's cool because it's right next door to where I grew up in Texas, Oklahoma. I even lived in Oklahoma.
On all the new businesses and permits, bro.
Huh?
Yeah,
Oklahoma
is flooded.
New cannabis businesses right now.
Oklahoma is so flooded.
Like, cool. I get it. But I'm not trying to be in the same market everyone else is in. You know what I mean? Like, you could do something different than other people. Like,
I get that, but I think like they're not accepting new applications for people to do that here.
Yeah, they are. Why wouldn't they? You pay money, right?
Listen, but that's just the whole point. Like, there's so many people, they're cracking down. It's out of control.
3 weeks in the flower.
I'll send you an article.
So look.
I'll send you an article.
So look, here, I'll put it this way. Let me put it this way. Where I'm at currently, I can't do anything I want to do. Anywhere else I could possibly want to move, it regardless of what anybody's got to say, it's 100% better than where I'm at now because I can't do anything here. There's zero laws. If I have the opportunity to do something there, bro, I'll be there. We'll waste tens of thousands of dollars trying to do it, and if we can't do it, we try. We'll move somewhere else. But I ain't moving to a cold place. I'm gonna try the Midwest first. Fuck Minnesota.
Minnesota's nice this time of year if you like bugs and
Bro, I like going outside and mountain biking and shit. I mountain bike regularly. Like, I can't be in no cold area. What, I'm gonna be in a coat and fucking long pants and shit and get caught up in my chain and die? Fall off a cliff?
He said
freeze to death?
You don't own a
I
park.
could be out in the sun.
You don't have a toque?
Bro, I don't even know what these words are. They don't sell that shit here.
Oh, listen, you better get acquainted. It's cold in Oklahoma, too. Don't get it twisted.
Wait,
no,
whoa,
Oklahoma's
wait.
cold. I've lived in Tulsa. I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a year.
All right.
In the hood. It's very very different. The winters are wild in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And the tornadoes, it's still Tornado Alley, right? Oklahoma? They ain't changed it up yet?
Nah, they cut through every now and again. They cut
I don't know. We'll figure it out, though. I don't know exactly where we're going.
Yeah.
I hear you trying to talk me out of moving to Oklahoma, though. But
Nope. I'll send you an article, and you can just read it.
all right.
Hey, Miss CT, you stop rolling them little fucking pinner ass blunts, bro. I don't know how you roll a pinner blunt. Tell CT stop rolling pinner.
He rolled them shits tight, son. He rolled them shits tight.
Man, I hope there's got to be opportunities, bro. Like, there's hardly any states that anybody says. No, I'll put it this way: no one's told me any good news or tried to encourage me to do anything legal since I started talking about cannabis in the last 3 years. Not one person, not even my closest friends. Everyone's told me what I can't do, what's not possible, and what everyone else does not do.
Because
not
they don't want you to do it.
Exactly. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That
I'm not trying to prevent you.
No, yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not. I'm just saying that's what a lot of people are confronted with when they try to get in the industry. The same thing I'm going through and what we've gone through. It's like hard. It's challenging to even have the right mind state to be like, fuck, I don't care what nobody's got to talk about. I'm gonna try.
To get a micro license, to get a micro business license,
probably hard.
Is insane. It's insane. Like,
I know, but we got
edibles. You're out. Get fucked.
Well, you got to do all the background check. You got to show so much money in the bank. You got to have a facility before you even fill out the application.
Are fine.
Where's that at? And where's this at?
That's crazy.
I'll figure something out. There's got to be somewhere, Craft cannabis can't be dead in the world, bro. It just can't be.
Hell no,
I'm not accepting it. That's where we're at, right there in there. That's where we're trying to be, right there in the craft cannabis. So wherever we can go, and we can do craft, and we can sell, and we can get ready for federal. So matter of fact, we don't even have to make money
as long as it's not cold.
As long as it's not cold, as long as it's legal to fucking do our thing and make a business. When it goes federally legal, we can start doing mail order. Like, that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to mail out when it's legal.
He does mail right now.
Yeah, but they're not real weed.
It's Delta 9.
It's THCA. THCA, bud.
Yeah.
Bro, whatever my shit tests, that's what's going to be in it.
Listen, let me put you up on something real quick. Just real quick, I'm going to say something. Your weed never grows Delta 9. Farm Bill states anything under 0.3% Delta 9 is hemp. Cannabis does not grow Delta 9. Therefore, you only grow hemp. Go read the Farm Bill. Weed is pretty much federally legal already. People just don't understand the way it's written.
Okay. Well, I don't know a lot, bro, honestly. I've done a lot of fucking time incarcerated and shit. I've just been out the last 3.5 years.
How do you think everybody gets away with sending and shipping clones and shit?
Well, I know they get away with it by articulating why they're doing it, where they're coming from, why they're doing it, and they use farm bills and shit like that.
No, because it's legal.
Oh, hold on.
Shipping
the
clones
word's not illegal. It's not illegal.
Yeah, it's not illegal.
Yeah, it's not illegal.
Like a clone has a clone has 0 THC at all. Therefore, it's hemp.
Okay, but I'm talking about flower though. Like clones are cool. That's some people are really passionate about that. Like you're passionate about it and stuff.
I could
I'm
tell you,
passionate about getting flower into people's hands. I love
what if
smoking
I
flower. I'm old
what if
school.
I told you right now that there's a major company that everybody knows about that is selling THCA flower online to all the illegal states.
Yeah, all the states where weed's not legal. Yeah.
And
But
it's the same
THCA.
shit it's the same shit you get at the dispensary.
Yeah.
They just say it's THCA.
Check it out. It does not turn to Delta
But it
9
is
unless
THCA.
it's
So
not
it's different than
Delta
what I'm
9.
growing at home though.
It's not Delta 9.
Careful, Croc. YouTube
Yeah.
don't want you telling the truth, bro. Careful now.
It's not Delta 9 until it degrades, until THC degrades, THCA degrades, or it's heated.
Decarboxylated.
Therefore, if I sell you THC weed, what you do with it after that is on you.
Oh, okay, I see.
If you turn
So
it into an illegal drug,
THCA turns into THC after you heat it up. That's what they turn into.
if you take a THC bud and turn it into something that's illegal, that's on you. Not on
THCA
me.
is not illegal.
THCA is not illegal.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me that motherfuckers are out here selling weed. They've been saying, "Oh, it's all this," and it's just regular ass weed.
Yes.
Yes.
Motherfucker, dude! I
Yeah.
swear to God, bro, I'm gonna be a millionaire in the next decade, dog.
Listen, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I've been seeing.
Playing
People been
games.
sending shit,
I
and it
just
says
ain't been
hemp
out here
flower.
like that, knowing all this shit. Like, let me
They
find out
send
it's a
shit out
hustle and I
all
can play
day
it
long.
legally.
Says hemp flower. Hey, I think Cavbar, he has this thing and it says snake oil.
I got you on IG.
But regardless, when you send
can-
it, it says it's under what 0.3% THC or some stupid shit.
Delta 9.
In Cat
Delta
Bar, you
9.
can
Oh, Delta
decarboxylate it
9.
with a torch or a lighter, right? Right?
Huh?
It says you got to decarboxylate it before you can smoke it or before it.
No, that's what. Well, that's what they
Lighter,
say.
right?
When you have, yeah,
In a
when
paper.
it changes.
And then you get the high.
So back in the day, what you're saying is, so back in the day, no matter what, they would test flower and you go to jail because they test for THC and they know what it is. Now
No,
you're
it
saying
was-
that there's some kind of weird shit where people are saying, no,
Farm bill.
THCA is not the actual thing that gets you high.
Yes.
So
THCA.
somehow some slick motherfuckers got the word THCA in the farm bill, and them dumb motherfuckers didn't know what happened.
Well,
That's
see,
what it
that's the
Thank
new
you.
farm
Thank
bill.
Donald. Go ahead and thank Donald
THCA is a
Trump.
byproduct of hemp.
Go ahead and thank Donald Trump for that because he's the one that did the farm bill in
I was
2018.
about to say this just recently, not too long ago.
I think he was a great president too, by the way.
THCA is a byproduct of hemp because it grows buds.
Yeah.
That bud has
THCA
THCA.
THCA is not psychoactive.
In the field, you ain't getting high if you just eat it.
All right, levels.
There's certain game that people could be really let up on YouTube, but
There
they're
it is.
too fucking stupid to tell them. But creative is someone I would definitely explain it all to because
Hey, this is real
there's-
great. This is a great conversation. I
what you're
like
doing
this. And it
because,
so happens
listen,
we're doing this at
Cookies has the most expensive lawyers in the world, and they get away with it.
Cookies is selling THCA bud to all the illegal states.
Like the box
Exactly.
that shows up at your house.
bro.
Hey,
this
look,
is
I understand. So, look, Dad's kid says, I mean, technically, it doesn't matter what the law says. You got weed, you sell it. I get it. But look, if you've ever been to prison for a significant amount of time, dog, you will not commit to anything that's illegal if it don't make sense. You're just not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You're just not going to do it. You're going to make sure it's not a good investment. Because once you do some years of your life, you realize what that feels like, and you go, okay, it's not a good investment. I don't like that.
Oh, there you go.
You know what I mean? So there has to be a way you can do it where you're almost like it's only like
There is.
you know, you're not really
Go-
going to get in trouble.
Check it out. Check it out. Creative. Go figure out what it takes to get a hemp license.
That's easy. $300. I can do it tomorrow or Monday.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Monday,
There you go.
Tuesday.
You can have
Or
acres.
sign up for it.
Yeah,
That's easy to do here. It's not that hard, but here's the problem though.
Hey,
Any, so
listen.
you ready for this? Any hemp in here in this is why we got to get out of Arizona. In Arizona, the hemp law is only valid for hemp that you have grown out and tested and sent in the testing to prove it's hemp before you can even mail it
Okay.
or sell it.
Okay,
Like
get
they
it
want
tested.
all that.
Get it
Okay.
They want,
tested.
yeah, but you have to
But there's
grow it
no-
out.
No, test it.
All right, so you remember now you're talking about THCA. So what happens when you put THCA in the body? Does it break it down into THC?
No.
Mm.
Do you get high
So
after you
if
eat a
you
don't
eat
get
bud?
high
raw
enough.
bud, you don't get high. If I eat a
No,
nug right now,
it's not.
I
It's
wouldn't
not.
get high.
You got to remember,
You're gonna get high. It's
THCA.
not gonna be the same kind of high. Though. It'll be a little bit different.
THCA is not psychoactive, so it doesn't work like that. And I
Your
mean,
body doesn't get hot enough to decarboxylate it alone inside of your
yeah, it
system.
doesn't. You
Okay,
have to change. You
the
have
reason
to
I'm
change.
asking is I'm bringing you the question.
You have to
Yeah.
change the chemical compound
Oh,
of it.
sorry.
Without
This is-
heat, it doesn't or degrade. Say you got a turkey bag and it's full of weed and you leave it in a room that's 80 degrees. Over time, that's going to degrade and it will turn into Delta 9 because it's in a warm area. You know, you want to keep your shit in a cool, dark place. You know,
Yeah. Really, that's my passion. That's where that's what I'm gonna do more than anything in my whole life. Is just grow weed and sell it. That's it. Because I love the experience of giving people weed that I grew. It's very gratifying.
Oh man, that's
find
the
you
best.
number
That's
one
the
thing.
best
you a
feeling.
license somewhere you can get. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all we've been doing. I moved fucking Arizona to get this shit done. We can't even get it done here. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wasted a lot of money here. But we met so many fucking cool people. The community that we know here, we couldn't have done what we did without Arizona, bro. Even the small little things we've got together has been because of all the community. Has been so friendly and
yeah, just
willing to
like
help people that are just starting, and it's amazing, dude. It really is.
Hey,
Very amazing.
ATC, you can. Some people who can get like absorb THC into their skin. Getting high from it, I don't know, but getting into your system, yeah, you can. It can if you sitting there trimming fucking pounds and pounds and pounds every day. Like
Yeah, you
fucking
can
that
absorb
shit.
trichomes, I'm sure.
Yeah,
over
you can.
time.
It's just it's an oil, bro. Like your
Yeah.
skin absorbs oils.
well, and you're
But I mean,
warm.
to
You know,
get
over
high
time.
off of it from touching it, fuck
So
no. I get high just
so
to
you do
smoke
get
it.
high. You do get high when you just eat weed that's not been decarboxylated. I don't know what the high is like though, but because my
If you
dog
could,
he's epileptic and he has to have RO he has to get RSO. He has to take that all day. Plus he takes levetiracetam and he takes phenobarbital every fucking day because of the seizures. But weed, I give him raw weed and that helps. But it gets him. You can tell he kind of gets affected. If you give him too much, it's just like if you give him some roaches or something. But roaches, a tiny amount, like a tenth of the size of what you give him in a bud, gives him the same effect where he won't have a seizure or symptoms. Because his symptoms are he starts panting in a cold house for no reason. His eyes start getting real big. He starts acting like you don't know where he's at. You can tell. And then you give him a little weed, and then his symptoms go away. He doesn't have a seizure. But so I know it does do something, but I don't know how it feels. Though I should try some, see how high I get.
Decarboxylated.
Like
or
you try
it turns into. I think somebody said, and I think it is right.
CBD.
CBN, which probably gives you more of gives you a sleepy effect. But again, that's not really psychoactive. It's more like a natural melatonin. You know, like
a tranquilizer.
I know the roach weed helps a lot more though.
Almost like when you take a Tylenol PM or something. That kind of that feeling, you're like, you know, you're not really high, but you.
We took him to the vet. We took my dog to the vet, right? And he's on the highest doses you can give him of his pills. Like for epilepsy, he's like at the end of his life type shit. For epilepsy, they want to put him down because he has so many. But I've been hanging with him. Like I've been taking care of him. I'm there for him every day. You know what I mean? It's because he's had my back. But then the weed. So look, check this out. I started giving him weed because he was having multiple ones in a day, like 4, 5, 6 in a day, and then in the middle of the night, all night. And he's a 100-pound pit bull, so it's not a game when he has it. When he pisses everywhere, he might shit on himself. He don't know what's going on for like a few hours, so he'll like chew on shit and I don't know what it is.
Have you ever
so
tried?
somebody's got to watch him.
Have you
But look,
tried
check this out.
RSO?
Yeah, look, check it out. I started giving him weed, and as soon as we started doing that, yeah, we gave him RSO. That's what I mean when I say weed is RSO usually, because True to the Movement made RSO for me also when I first moved here, and it's pretty cool. But I was giving him a whole bunch, and his symptoms went down big time. So I was able to control where he'd have one every week or 1 to 2 a week just by giving him weed. And then we went to the vet, explained everything that was going on. They checked his phenobarbital levels in his blood, and they raised it a tiny bit. And they recommended, and even sent me a message. It's on my voicemail thing. They recommended to keep giving him weed, and they said that even the toxic levels that have been reported in dogs don't never hurt a dog. And if he keeps having symptoms, you should give him more weed.
Yeah,
It's better to keep him from having a seizure and keep him high on weed, and even a toxic level. If he's like really high on it, and that's the only thing that keeps him from having a seizure, they recommended that.
It raises, I believe, it raises his white blood cells, which help him fight infection. It helps him fight, any kind of sickness or disease that's going on.
It's life-saving for him, bro. He would be put down right now if it wasn't for weed. We'd have to put him down. I couldn't take care of him. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. It's not possible. He would,
That's right.
like, I would have to have him put down without the weed. Because he would have to be here with him all day, every day, taking care of him. Like, no one wants to do that.
RSO is great stuff.
Dude, there's some humans that it saved their life, bro. Like, I see my friend, True to the Movement, he takes RSO. He's epileptic. He's a cancer survivor. He has a lot of problems because of that, too. And RSO helps him not have seizures almost every day. He doesn't have a seizure because of it.
No, I think I'm going to get me some RSO. No, I don't want to.
That's just the truth, bro. Weed is medicine. Whoever thinks weed ain't medicine, bro, you're just being an asshole. You're being negative. It's not whatever you're thinking negatively about stuff. There's a big positive side to it too.
And that's another reason why I always say people who grow their weed at home, you know what I'm saying? And even if you're not growing like most of us that's on the panel, even if you're not growing a big canopy, you're just still growing medicine. So like I always tell them, at least get through your whole growth. At least learn the plant so you can continue. Because you'll learn once you see that you're only getting this much weed off of a plant, you see that everybody else is getting more weed off a certain amount of plant, and you know that plant is your medicine. You get what I'm saying? You would want to grow better. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people not trying to grow better because they just see weed as like some designer drug or some shit like that, and I see it as medicine. Without it, bro, I mean, weed has saved my life and probably a lot of other people's lives on it, just by growing it, just by sitting there and growing it, it's keeping you out of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Sure.
But when you grow in medicine, that's why I say I can't really hate on anybody's real garden, because as long as they, at least if they getting buzz and you getting medicine, all right, you're getting medicine. Some people are just growing shit just for the plant material. What is it? What y'all say? Plant biomass, so they can go ahead and make edibles and whatever the fuck for it.
Yeah.
See him panting right here?
Yeah. You got that tongue going.
Look, well, he's in a 70-degree room. He's in a 70-degree room though. Like, this is the symptoms he has when he's gonna have a seizure.
Yeah.
So he'll do this. He'll start panting for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Going.
You better get him some RSO.
Yeah, I just gave him some a little bit ago.
Yeah, good boy.
He's a good dog.
He's a great dog.
He's 10 years old, so he's been with me. Like when I was.
He's old. You can see it in his eyelids, his lower eyelids.
Oh yeah, he's probably had 300 seizures too in the last year. He just started having them in the last year. Like, it's fucking crazy. He has a grand mal seizure every time too. He pisses everywhere. He goes completely unconscious. He'll break stuff. He'll bite shit. He'll hurt himself. His feet are all fucked up. His elbows are all fucked up from every time he has them. He bleeds everywhere from it. He doesn't know what's going on. Like, yeah, he's almost died. He had a stroke a month and a half ago because he had too many seizures in a day. Like,
How often
He's
do
a
you give him
trooper.
Monaco?
Every day, all day. Like whenever he has symptoms, he gets it in the morning, and
You could
then
do
whenever he
both.
has any
Don't limit
symptoms, and then
yourself,
evening.
Dad. You could do both. You could go rob. You could go rob and steal and run in the
Come
street.
home and
And then come
overwater some
home and
plants.
overwater your plants.
But
No,
no,
Babe,
I'm
I gotta
being
go run
honest
down to
though.
the
Like
7-Eleven real quick.
I'm being
want
honest.
everybody.
If you really go out here growing, you trying to keep your grow going and shit like that, bro. You ain't
I
got no time
believe
to
in
have
you,
that.
dog.
You got no time for trouble, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
all
exactly.
joking aside, I come on YouTube, I bust balls and shit like that. I want everybody to do good. Most people, I think, can do a little bit better. You know, I mean,
You
some of
always
them
know.
they can do a lot more better. You know, like I'm not saying I'm the best grower, but when I see a guy that's only pulling an ounce, maybe 2 ounces off a plant, I want to see him get 4, 5, 6 ounces of it.
We're gonna send him a care package because the motherfucker can't grow.
But I gotta be home at 37 minutes. Every 37 minutes to have my 17 milliliters of water.
You're gonna be the motherfucker
Hey.
at the mailbox every 3 seconds going, there's a package coming today. I wonder what they sent me. Ooh, I can't wait.
Bro, when I can start buying weed in the mail, dude, I'll be fucking anxious and
I
wrecked.
mean, if
I
you're
get anxious when the
if you're
Amazon's coming.
if you're telling me you're happy with your grow, but you're headed to the dispensary to buy weed, I mean, you can't be happy with your grow. I mean,
Hey, wait
You
right
can't be.
motherfucking there. Okay. Because I feel like this, Crop.
Someone put on the
When I
hazards.
came here
We're
to
stopped.
Michigan, we was able and like for the first year, you was able to sell to the dispensary. So to have our weed in a dispensary that I knew I grew, regardless of the fact of the matter, it was like you can get these. You got some growers out there that said if you just wanted your stuff in the store, your stuff has to go through.
I would love that.
Most of the time, you're selling your stuff to a dispensary. You get what I'm saying?
and I'm not saying dispensary.
And then there's the other factor.
He means as a grower.
And then there's the other factor. Then there's another factor when you say, I grew. Say I just ran a whole run of GDP, bro. I'm gonna get tired of smoking that shit.
Well,
at one point in time, I'm gonna get tired of smoking that shit. So
that's why you have to
had something new coming out by the time you tired of smoking the old.
Yeah, you're right. You're right though. I know.
But I just start cutting. I ain't even gonna lie, dude. I'm not interested in smoking anyone's flower unless they want me to smoke their flower. Like then I'm like, oh, you want me to smoke your shit? Then I'll come drive. Where you at? If you're around me, you know what I mean. I'll come wherever you're at. Come get it, smoke it. But for the most part, I'm not interested at all. I'll smoke my bag for a whole year if I got the same bag because I'm cool unless you want me to. Then I'm interested because now there's something going on here. Because most weed is shitty out here. Like it's not smokable to me. You know?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, you can get high, but it's not fun to smoke.
I want to smoke none of y'all.
That's why I alternate. I have 2 flower tents, so that way I can do 2 different things.
Bammer.
Yeah, see, that's right. I totally understand what you're getting at. But you only got one strain that you're running. A lot of people get tired of smoking that shit and be like, you know what?
But everyone's different though. It's your personality, right? You like a lot of different stuff. Like you might not like to eat the same food over and over again, but I do. I'll eat the same shit every fucking day. I don't even care.
Nah, I don't even like leftovers, bro.
Yeah, see, look, it's a personality thing. So you might just like all kinds of different flowers. Like me personally, I can smoke the same bag for a whole year. I ain't even gonna lie. If I like it.
You eat pizza every day.
Oh no.
You eat pizza every day?
Oh, I can, yeah.
Do you?
If I'm on a pizza kick, bro, I eat pizza every day for months on end, and then I might get bored and go to ramen noodles.
You need some Adderall. Adderall.
No, I'm talking shit. No, I eat like all kinds of shit, bro.
Yeah, throughout the time, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I go
had me-
ride for hours
you
on a
had me
mountain bike and
convinced-
shit. I gotta eat like a motherfucker.
You had me
I mean, if
convinced that
you-
you just eat one thing.
No, I like the
wanted to
same
find
things.
out
Like I
what's
don't
the
like new
biggest
shit.
diet.
So I'll eat not just one thing. Like with most people will like to change it up. I can eat the same type of stuff every day. So like whatever the types of things I like, I don't need nothing new. I don't need to go to a restaurant. I don't need to go fast food.
You
I'm
don't
not
have
like
to find
looking
out if
for
you
nothing.
like fucking bagel bites or whatever.
No, bro. Look, just like if I get some good pussy, bro, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good. I don't need nothing else. Like
Hey,
I'm just
listen,
I'm
my
laid
grandpa
back like
told me
that,
a
bro.
long
It's just
time
my
ago
thing.
that the worst pussy I ever had was great.
It's definitely not all great.
hey,
It might
no,
all be
no,
good,
well,
but it's not all
no,
great.
I think I understand him what he means by that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The worst pussy you ever got was great, bro.
Oh, that tastes like shit. Yeah.
Yeah, metaphor.
You must be remembering something.
Hey, bro, look.
Oh, the art. Oh,
Grandpa was
the art.
Hey, sometimes the best pussy that boy ever had that cost him his house, his car, the kids, the dog. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? His whole job, everything. You know what I mean? So
Fuck that. It's
That's
cheaper
not
to
me.
keep her. Cheaper to
Yeah,
keep
that's
her.
not for me.
the word that to me is the worst pussy.
Sometimes.
It's cheaper to not meet her than like she can move around. Move around.
Get a
Sometimes
dog.
you don't realize that shit until after like 3 years of the marriage.
Ooh, yeah.
Look, everybody has different likes and different things, you know.
I'm not.
I'm just
It's hard
saying,
to
we'll get right back.
respect everybody though
Let's get
sometimes.
back to the marriage of Hoochie.
I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Dad's too.
Nah, he was talking
Cadillacs,
about ebb and
they
flow.
had Buicks.
We were talking about ebb and flow, but that
Feel
was
me?
a question that they were talking about some shit earlier. I think it was him and Calbar that were talking about ebb and flow. As you can see, now I'm going down.
Bing, bang,
What?
boom. Doesn't matter.
All right, so what do y'all feel about neem oil?
Now I'm out.
Well, neem oil is organic. But the thing about neem oil is neem oil kills all bugs.
It smells like
Okay.
barbecue Fritos.
So it
And the
also
plant
leaves
can uptake it.
really waxy. It really, so like I've seen people go out, oh, I'm gonna go spray some neem oil on my plants
know I ain't
outside. I'm
lying.
like, don't do that. For
Smells
one, I don't want you killing the fucking bees and everything because it kills all bugs.
Everything.
Good or bad,
So-
it kills all of it.
With a root drench, can't the plant have neem in it too? Hasn't there been like people having neem?
Neem seed oil, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but all right. So you have systematic and then you have non-systematic fucking IPMs. So I would think if you was doing root, like it would be taken up. It would uptake neem oil, would it? I mean, no.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't like neem oil because it's illegal in some places. So because of that reason, then if I use any product with neem on it, I'll never be able to sell that place. So I was like, what do I got to use that's legal everywhere? And that's what I'd take. That's why I stayed away from it. It's just because like a couple states don't like it at all. Canada
bro.
don't use it. Canada don't like it.
Now, instead of neem water or instead of neem oil,
Neem
what
water?
you gotta use? What you gotta
Neem
use
water.
is- Nah.
Where's that damn neem water?
hot dog
Glizzy
water.
water works.
You said
Oh,
what?
no, water.
If you just add 2 bottles of warm glizzy water to your reservoir,
Fuck is
it'll
glizzy
take care
water?
of that.
I heard that a couple
Hot
times.
dog water, Hebrew national water.
Yeah.
I
But
like
right
the
now, I got
nature,
some
but-
nice German. some nice
I mean,
German
if you
water.
name a product glizzy water, you're probably going to get a bunch of people to buy it. It don't even need to have nothing in it.
Just
I'm
chill,
in it.
bro.
Yeah.
Fall back. I already got some shit in the works. I swear to God. I swear to you on my son, bro. I got something to work with this glizzy water.
Anytime you
That's
cook,
why I've been saying.
water.
That's why I only been saying Hebrew National
That's
H2O.
trademark.
anybody that cooks hot dogs, hit ADHD up and send him your glizzy water.
Right. Let me sample your glizzy water,
He's
dog.
bottling that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna bottle that
I'm
shit
looking
up,
for-
bro. I
I'm
got
looking for
I got
flavors.
glizzy water right now. What you talking about?
Can
bro?
you imagine when you got that at home? You opened up the jug, and it would stink.
What are you talking about, bro? The
I got
smell of
Glizzy
pork
water right now, bro. We've been using it. I'm gonna
You don't
show
like
you
salt?
guys.
You don't like pork? You don't like
Oh.
water?
Man, y'all tripping.
That's delicious.
Even all beef hot dog water is not a good smell.
It's the thirst quencher.
We got Glizzy
Bro,
water.
have you ever seen how it's made? How they make hot dogs? It's just wild.
Oh yeah.
Y'all like the
You
Glizzy
ever seen
water?
you ever seen how chicken nuggets are made?
Same thing, same bullshit.
Fresh Glizzy
Oh,
water,
man.
Oh
bro.
shit, he got it going on.
Fucking
You got
disgusting.
some fresh Glizzy water, bro. I got you, ADHD. Go put this in a bottle and go feed tomorrow.
Drink
Dog,
it.
we got
Bro, you
Glizzy
don't
water
take a
mail
drink none of
order.
that
Come on.
shit, boy.
Come on.
You
Take a
crazy
big
as
drink.
fuck.
Take a big
You sound like
Don't play
you
with me.
sound like you've been drinking Vienna sausage and canned water all the time
Don't play
just
with
before
me.
you eat the Vienna sausages.
A little sardine water, a little sardine juice.
Play with me.
No, the nasty little Vienna sauce. That's like the bottom of the barrel of that type of fucking product is Vienna sausages.
In a can.
What is that? Or spam. Spam and Vienna
Sound like
sausages.
chicken.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I like spam.
You finna
No,
hit
it might
straight
all be
Glizzy
good, but
water.
it's like it's right there with hot dogs and chicken nuggets. It's kind of wild how they make it.
Pretty much.
It's all the same shit. They just fucking press it some other way and make it a different shape.
Still a dog
Look
treat.
at he's eating
Is that a
Vienna
dog treat?
sausages right now.
Oh my goodness. This is a
Take a
good
big
Friday,
drink.
dude. I'm not even gonna
Take
lie.
a big drink of that water.
I'm gonna
Oh,
add
look
some
at
micro. I'm gonna add some microbes to that water,
yeah.
bro. That
Oh.
water goes for I'm making some
Oh.
new Glizzy water. It's gonna be Pooh Nanner infused.
Oh shit, you got the Pooh Nanner terps.
Dude, if I pull up to a trap event and I pull up a little booth and I put out some things and it says Glizzy water, dog, that shit is sold the fuck out. It don't even matter what's in it. It's just the
You can-
Glizzy water.
You can convince
That's
the
the beauty
people
of it.
anything. You can at that point they're already
Bro.
hooked.
But hey, when I heard the word, I've never heard it in my life, Glizzy water. And when I heard it, I was like, man, that'd be a good product in a bottle.
I can
Whatever the
sell
fuck it is.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Here coming soon, you're gonna be able to get powdered Glizzy water.
Oh
Yeah, bro.
shit. How do you
Just
market
add water.
powdered Glizzy water?
I
Need
get
it.
it,
It's
bro.
powder, but it's water.
Yeah.
You gotta add water
It's
to
gonna be like
rehydrate
ramen
it.
packets.
You just add water to
Hey,
rehydrate it.
you think will be dropping little Vienna sausage slices in there? You know what I mean?
No, you gotta trust me. I'm gonna send you. It looks like an empty jar, but I'm telling you, if you put water in it, it rehydrates the Glizzy water.
And the
That's
jar
it.
is coated.
That's it. Oh
It's
my
coated
God, that's
with
it.
nano
Dog,
particles
that
of
is
Glizzy
it.
water.
Okay.
I'm
Every
pulling up
time,
with
Rehydrate-
empty
every time you
bottles,
put
dog.
water in there,
I'm pulling up with
Dehydrated
empty dog. I'm
That's
pulling up
why
with empty
Chop is the head
bottles
of
and a
research and
fucking
development.
water fountain.
You just
There's
send
a
the
water
empty
fountain
bottle.
right there.
R&D.
It's dehydrated Glizzy water. You just add water
Yeah.
to rehydrate it.
just
Yeah,
add
that's all you
air.
gotta do.
Once you open that water, the air activates the Glizzy.
Your water will be 10x wetter with Glizzy water. Come catch you one.
Come get moist.
The little crystals do it all.
In the packets, and they just add
They
it
can
to the
have a
bottle.
they gonna have
So
a
there once
crystal
was
at
a
the bottom.
story.
You know what I'm saying?
There,
Remember
there
those
once was a
bottles of
story.
crystals. You gotta get crystal light. You gotta put crystal light in the water.
Yeah, yeah. But
The little
Nanner
crystals.
tea, Pooh Nanner tea crystal light.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that's a hit right there. Glizzy water.
Yeah.
Hey, picture this, right? Get little packages of microbes and enzymes, right? And put them bitches in fucking little packets just like that for every watering. You know what I'm saying? Enough for every water. A motherfucker could never fuck up, bro. You can't ever fuck
no.
up.
No, they fuck up, but here's how. You tell them that it's milliliters. You tell them milliliters per gallon, and let them try and figure that out.
They'd add 2 of them.
You know, or milliliters per pint.
You did
That
like
really fuck with 'em.
Oh yeah, no, you
Yeah,
tell
like,
milliliters per liter.
pint. 17 milliliters a pint.
God.
Fuck.
Hey, what?
Dehydrated glizzy water.
Yeah, but I got you.
Dehydrated glizzy water. LEDs or
But
crystals.
first, like, get behind the flagship of glizzy water, warm glizzy water in a bottle, no ice. Perfect for all your.
No ice.
It's the.
I need to make a video about my runoff. I was just thinking about that. Thinking about all this glizzy water shit.
Hey, I'm gonna we're gonna do something together, bro. All of us, bro. We can make some glizzy water, make it happen. It's already, it's everywhere.
Water.
LEDs are
It's gonna be
crystals.
right-
Are you dumb? Read a book.
That's trademark. That's trademarked by Ricky Bobby.
Sorry, I think I got possessed by Twiz for a second there. His fucking voodoo doll must be working.
Bro.
Dad's tit is a
I said
straight
this
fucking
already.
comedic, bro.
Look, I got one already. My shit's already been my logo, bro. That's my personal voodoo dog. He wants to get me. He just go ahead and just copy the picture, bro.
Am I being loud? I'm being loud.
That's funny.
Glizzy water T-shirts coming soon.
Yeah,
Real soon, bro. Glizzy water, bro. I swear to
telling
God, it's gonna have a Hebrew. It's gonna have a broad word right there, right on the bottom of it. Glizzy
Dude,
water.
you know,
hilarious.
that could be just a flavored water that people drink too. You know?
Brah.
You could call it glizzy water.
Yeah. Nah, you got to get the big glizzy.
The big smoked
Yeah.
sausage glizzy water.
That's right.
He said,
Right.
"Do you want the mini glizz or you want the jumbo
You want the
glizz?"
Vienna
Nobody
sausage?
wants the little
You want the
smokies.
Viennas? Or you want the
Ain't nobody
fucking
looking for the smokies, dog.
no little
Every-
smokies?
He said everything is a crystal.
Everything. You know, metal's a
Turns
crystal
out-
too, right?
Turns out when he
You
was
know-
talking
you know
about crystal,
steel's
he
a
was talking about
crystal,
God.
right?
We didn't even know.
You know, steel's a
Fine.
crystal, right?
Fine, you can soak the fucking glizzy water in crystals. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
What you mean?
We're just gonna put it
Is
in
it
the
plastic
reservoir.
crystals? What's up, DJ?
It's just gonna
What
get
color you want?
kissed by a crystal in the reservoir.
Kissed by a rock.
My water's gonna be magnetized by the earth, bro.
Oh, you can do that too. I mean, we all got our
Earth
different routes to
magnetized
take. You
water.
know what I mean?
Dad's
Earth
tit says,
magnetized glizzy water.
hey,
with
look,
no iron.
hey, listen to this shit. Dad's tit goes, one time, like a month ago, ADHD said, I have a crystal buried in my garden. The cops are still looking for her. And I think about that joke every day.
Yo, I remember that shit too. Bro.
That's a
I
good
think
one,
it was on
dude.
my fucking live and he said that shit.
That's
I said,
just hilarious.
he said,
Holy fuck.
they're in the fucking crystal.
But you guys fucking are 2 months with the crystal shit. It's just fucking crazy.
Yo,
And then start a whole new Kill Tony. It's just, it's not going to be in person though.
It's gonna have glizzy water. It's gonna have two
That's
different
it.
type of glizzies with the tips
The
touching. Tips
That's a
gonna be
new
like
nutrient.
fingers
That sounds
touching
like a
each other.
nutrient company on the making.
Yeah,
Glizzy water. What
Glizzy
Brought
water
to
nutrient
you
is
by.
it? Oh shit! I use that glizzy.
Brought to you by Oscar Mayer.
We get Snoop Dogg. We get the Shizzy Glizzy.
The shizzy glizzy. For shizzy glizzy.
For Shizzle Glizzle. Yeah.
You can get you a glizzy stizzy. So you can go ahead and get you a vape. Call it a glizzy stizzy. Go ahead and do a
Oh shit, dude! Do you know the flavors that we could put out there with glizzy flavored stizzies? You get the glizzy stizzy.
Yeah, bacon flavored glizzy stizzy.
Yeah.
Poppin'.
It pumps your terps. It pumps your terps.
Listen, bro, if you ain't smoking glizzies, fuck you doing with your
It sounds
life.
like a rolling paper too, right? Like a blunt wrap. You got your glizzy?
I remember that.
You got your glizzy?
He said, hey, yeah.
You open the pack. You open the pack and it's the skin from a hot dog.
Oh yeah, bro. It's just the pig intestine. Yeah,
Bro,
man.
did you hear this? Listen, hold on. I gotta say something that made me laugh so hard. I don't know who said it, but whoever it was, this motherfucker said that dude is wearing he's wearing a necklace made out of frozen dog.
That was
dog
me.
horse.
That was me. Foreskins. All of that dog frozen
man.
corn skins, bro. That's the thing.
I busted out so bad. Oh shit! I've been telling my wife that shit all day. I was like, man, I've been trying to figure out what the fuck that necklace was.
Why does KJ go so early in the morning? It's 7 a.m. in the morning for me. It's got to be even earlier for you. Or wait, what time is it? 7 a.m. for me. For you guys.
It's
Are you in Cali?
like 6.
It's 8.
Or Cali's the
It's 8.
same time as me right now.
All right, so
Cali?
you would be 7 a.m. before in the morning
If
for you.
it's 7 there, it's 6 here. 5.
Right
4.
now, what is it? It's 12:44. Only 1:44.
You're the
It's
same
12.
time
Oh,
as
so it'd be 8.
California?
It would be,
If
no,
you're the
just
same time, if you're the
no, I'm
same
in
time,
Arizona.
is that same time zone as California?
Right now it is, yeah, for right now. It won't
Then
be next.
you're 2
Okay.
right now. Then you're 2 hours behind us.
No, well, for me, I'm in the
What
East
time
Coast,
is it?
so
What time is it
and
right now? In your
KJ's
house?
in the East Coast. So KJ,
4:44.
7 in the morning for KJ.
Yeah, it's
Is
2:44 here.
It's 4 in the morning for you.
It's 2:44 here right now.
So it's 9. It's no, he goes
you're
live
out
9. Oh, I guess that ain't that early. I thought he was going live like 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the hell's going on?
9 a.m. and 6 a.m. for you.
I don't even know when Twisted goes live because I never subscribed to his channel.
Yeah,
Nah, I don't
me either.
subscribe.
Like,
I don't subscribe. It just when people talk some shit and say that shit, then I just type it in the chat. I type it in the chat.
I usually get a link
followed
sent to
KJ
me.
though. I followed KJ because he's a big supporter of the channel, of our channel, before I ever even was even listening to any drama that was going on. So he was pulling up, and I already had a relationship with him through the channel. So I was like, well, you know what I mean? Like we run it kind of like a business, sort of. So it's like we just always got to treat people right. I don't have no problem with them at all. But like I don't know what he was talking about on his live. I was there. That was kind of wild. So like it's difficult for me. You know what I mean? Because I respect everybody some way. Like Twisted could show up to live. I wouldn't be like, fuck you. Like Carl showed up. I gave him a moderator thing. Like I'm cool with everybody, but like I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
look,
some
you don't have
things.
to let the community's beef be your beef. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely. The beef don't have to be everywhere. Like I don't have a beef with nobody.
He didn't do nothing to you, and until he does, there ain't no reason for you to be mad at him or disrespectful to him or any kind of way towards him. You know what I mean?
And that's the funny thing. It's like just because I bust people's balls, don't mean I have beef with anybody.
Yeah, definitely. Like Carl too. Like when Carl pulled up, and when he got if he got in the giveaway or anything like that, like bro, like I don't. It's not that I don't even want you there. Not like it's not that at all. Like you can go up and everything's good.
It's just like
like
because I hang with you, just because I hang out with people on YouTube, don't mean I'd hang out with you in real life. I mean, that's just the way it is too. You know. I mean, it's not to hurt anybody's feelings, but.
Yeah, definitely. So like when somebody like Carl said, "Wow, I get a moderator," when I gave him the moderator thing, like he, I don't know, maybe he's not used to. Like I might talk a little shit or whatever, but like, if I run a business, like say I got a convenience store, and I don't like you or whatever's going on, me and you got beef, and you walk in a convenience store, bro, I'm gonna say, "How are you doing today? Is there anything I can help you with?" You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna treat you like I'm supposed to because it's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be ethical and right. So like anybody, if I get to talking shit about you or something like that, don't think you're not welcome to our channel. Sure.
Yeah. Hey, look, that's commendable.
Because we're trying to build something for the community. It's not for me. So my problems and what I got going on don't have nothing to do with the podcast to me. Or our podcast that we run, you know? Like if I got an issue with somebody and you pull up, I'm not gonna be like, no, fuck this dude, get him out of here. No way. Like that has nothing to do with me. I'm an employee as far as I'm concerned.
No, like if you ain't willing to dogpile on a motherfucker just for ad jump, then I don't.
Everything is content. Everything is content.
These motherfuckers don't like me. I'm blocking all of you.
No, you know what I mean. Like
I'm running reports on all y'all motherfuckers. I'm hitting the fucking block button. The report.
It's like
whatever.
I don't
know.
How
do you do all that? Where do you get that? Hold on. I'll find the right words. Hold on. I don't know where to do it at yet, but I'll find it.
Figure them out.
I got
Only
you,
time I don't call the police is for weed.
He said I don't call the police for weed. Call the police for everything but marijuana.
Yeah, right.
I don't call the police unless a kid is missing and someone needs my help right there. Somebody says, "Oh my God, where's my kid? I need help." I'm calling 911 first, and then I'll go from there. What do we need to do? Like
Yeah, but
kids are big. There's a lot of kids
you're
go
not
missing.
Talon.
Where I was
You're not
just out in
Talon
Texas
on
is no hell, dude. I'll call the cops on you if you're fucking with a kid, bro. On everything.
Yeah, I would too.
I swear
I
to
would
God,
too.
dude. I'll be up there on a
Kids
stand.
is
I'll tell
different,
you
bro.
too if you touch a kid or something like that. Oh, you're
I see you
crazy.
shoot a dog, I'm gonna call the cops on you too.
I don't know about that. I
Hey,
might
bro,
shoot you.
I'm a big animal advocate, bro. And
I'm talking
If
shit.
you're
I ain't
fucking,
about to,
if you're
I ain't about
fucking
to
with a kid,
tell nobody.
I'm probably beating your ass, and somebody's calling the cops on me for beating your ass.
see your ass, and
Oh yeah,
that's the
definitely.
only thing that can happen. Because I'm
It
gonna
It just
fuck you up.
depends.
It's gonna be the
Depends
same
on the
thing.
situation. Depends on the
They
situation,
gonna
you know.
open the case on you because I fucked you up.
I'm
Don't
talking
you
shit
shoot
though.
no
I would
dogs around
never
me.
go into courtroom and say anything about anybody, no matter what they did. But I damn sure would call the cops if a kid was missing or something like that. I could never in a million years go into a courtroom and say something, regardless of the situation. I just couldn't do
Oh
it.
yeah,
Well,
I
I mean,
ain't
come
filing
on,
no report, bro. Get the
like
fuck out.
calling
just
the
really
cops
couldn't do it.
on somebody that's
I
on
could call the cops on
YouTube.
somebody like who took a kid, or if a kid's missing, that's something that you need help with. That it's a scenario where there's a whole life at stake, and you need help taking care of that situation. If somebody's impeding on a child's life, that motherfucker needs it anyways. Like the law is not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Could
It
you
really is
imagine
not.
if somebody was forcing you to listen to country music? Fuck out of here.
Snitching on myself every time I go to court. Fuck that shit. Better
Fuck
quit talking
I
to
like
me.
Jelly Roll. So I don't know what the fuck.
Forcing to listen to country.
I like Jelly Roll, so I don't know.
That's it. I just said I'd be like, "Yep, I seen that motherfucker do it." I even seen him do it. Send him to jail forever. Fuck that motherfucker.
I saw him with both my good eyes.
But if
Which
someone's
one?
having a domestic or something, I'm definitely not. The hell no. If
Oh,
somebody's
bro, I
talking
don't
about
know
calling the
shit.
cops,
I
I'm gonna
don't
go
know
to the
shit.
person and be like, "Bro, please don't call the cops right now. These people got too much going on for you to be calling the cops right now. Like they're gonna arrest somebody immediately when they come. Don't do
They're
that.
gonna arrest them, and then they're gonna get back together. And
Yeah,
you and fuck,
you
like,
just cause them no problems for no reason.
they're gonna stay
If
together.
There's a
Now,
lot of
if one of them wants you to call the cops, that might be different. Maybe you should call the cops for them. If one of them
You
was
see
like, "Call the
somebody, you
cops,"
see this bitch getting almost killed, getting dragged to death.
I don't
I
know.
mean, yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like I'm gonna try to avoid being around anything that I'm gonna have to fucking be around like that.
bro. All right,
right.
listen, you can't avoid some shit like that. I watched some shit in the middle of fucking China. This motherfucker just people are just walking by, and this bitch is in the middle of the street with a machete, just stabbing this bitch to death. And people just walking by, minding their own fucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Maybe I'm just weird, bro. I swear to God, dude. I pray.
Like,
I really do pray.
If you see two women
Pray
putting
about
in
a lot
work,
of
do you
shit.
get involved?
what you said?
Like, if you see two women putting in work, do you get involved?
Putting in work? What kind of work?
Like, you know, scrapping. You see a fight.
Oh no,
Am I
hell
gonna
no,
get
bro.
wrong?
Let them bitches fight.
You say that yeah. Like you
Anybody.
don't call the police, right? You don't
No,
like
hell no.
No,
Anybody
let
fuck.
them bitches
and
fight.
you definitely don't go and interfere, right? Like you don't
No,
go.
definitely
Nah,
don't do all that.
the only reason to bro, then when you step in, something happen. If you touch somebody else's girl and they see
Oh
you put
yeah, I
your,
know, right?
it's
That's
a
tricky, isn't it?
yeah, bro. Like you just don't do it, bro.
Ooh,
You just
be
don't
like,
do it.
ooh, but she about to
I
get her
kinda-
head clocked the fuck
I
in.
know that
Like,
sounds
ooh, do I
it
let
sounds
it
kind of
happen or I
dickish.
stop it?
This sounds dickish, but I always thought like if I'm seeing something happen, somebody else has seen it happen, they're probably gonna call the cops. It ain't.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
need
I'm
to.
never thinking
You know
I
what I
gotta
mean?
do
I don't
it.
need to. It ain't my deal.
Exactly.
Somebody else has seen it. They'll deal with it. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not. I'll stand there and watch, but
Hey, there was a car full blown on fire out here on the street. I go out there and record the bitch and put it on Instagram. I'm like, damn, that was crazy. And then I didn't even think until I went inside. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even think. Maybe I should call the fire department. I was like, no, that's cool. Fuck it.
Somebody
Whole
will.
car in a blaze.
Put him ass down.
Yeah, I don't like. I saw two girls fighting, and I was like, I don't know if I should stay and watch or involve myself, or
No, you pull your phone out and record, bro. Come on,
yeah, I
man.
should have did
Bro, you
that
go
too.
You're in a
viral,
public
bro.
area.
I should have
Go
did that too.
viral.
No, it was in Walmart, dude. They would have fucking arrested me for.
Yeah, Walmart hates recording people.
ADHD yelled out,
He
grab
said
her.
he got arrested just for recording.
Yeah,
Grab
they
it,
would have
dude.
Get
got
out
me
of my
for,
store.
filming in a Walmart.
Leave the car right here.
Said bullshit. You don't know what to do. Well, you don't know what you'll do when shit goes south. Well, it depends. If you've been through a lot of shit that's went south, you might actually know. Fucking,
Yeah.
you might not want to be around it.
So what I
I've been
wound up
through some
doing
shit.
was opening up a bag of potato chips and standing there eating potato chips and watching these two chicks scrap until the security came and showed up. I had to buy the chips too. You know, can you believe that?
Yeah.
I thought it was a snack in the show, bro, but it wasn't. It was just a show. I had to pay for that shit. I was mad a little bit because they wasn't even good. They were like Lay's fucking Cuban sandwich fucking chips.
Everybody
Bro,
wants
somebody-
to fight.
If somebody's breaking into my neighbor's house, if somebody's breaking into your neighbor's house, what would you do? Would you stop the person, or would you wait till they left and then tell your neighbor, like, "Hey, bro, somebody just kind of broke into your house, dog"?
I might go over there, go over there
My
with a
neighbor
pistol.
Scare him away.
It's
Go over there with a
this
pistol.
old lady next door. I'm shooting the guy who broke into her house. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go over there and try to figure out what's going
This
on
old
for
lady
sure.
next door, bro. She's the sweetest, kindest old lady in the world, bro. And I, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
If I was to call somebody breaking into her shit, bro, I'm acting like it's my property.
You don't understand them. You don't understand the circumstances that led that guy to have to break in. You take your dab rig over there in a couple of fucking joints, and then you sit down
Well,
and you have a conversation with this man. The man deserves
depends.
respect.
if it's the neighbor
You
that
don't
keeps playing the
understand,
loud
like,
country music, I ain't doing shit.
He could just be in the wrong house by accident. Like, it could have been his great grandmama's house back when he was a kid, and he forgot where the fuck he was because he bumped his head, fell down.
If my neighbor called me on the phone and said they got say somebody on their ring camera and they don't know who the fuck is in their house and go over there
I got you.
on me.
I got you. Just like it's my house. Don't even
Right.
trip.
If I bring in the dab rig, I'm smashing that shit on his face, bro. What the fuck you mean to bring it over there?
Well, I mean, listen, like if he's doing bad things, like maybe you can do that then, but then you're justified. Be like, look, bro, I didn't come over here with ill will. I came with dab rigs, a torch, and some weed. We was gonna get fucked up. But he was acting all suspect and had the lady tied up in the corner, so I had to smash him and shoot him.
on me.
Yeah. Like you gotta have,
Oh,
Why'd
okay.
you shoot him in the back 6 times?
No,
He was running from me.
just reasonable suspicion.
Yeah, I was trying
Whatever
to
the
get my
fucking words
dab hit,
are.
and he was running.
There's words
So I
for
shot
it, but
him.
a lawyer will know what they are. I don't know what they are.
Those are not entry rooms. Those are exit rooms, bro.
Listen, here's what you got to do. So you flip them over and you shoot them through the same hole. And then you go, oh, it's the same, right? I got these special bullets. You should have seen them. You heard of in and outs? That's what I got.
I don't know. I feel like one of them fucking foggers and big foggers, OC cans. I think one of those things. If somebody's in the house, it would work really good.
Yeah,
Like even if
but
they had a gun, they're over with. It's over with. They got about 10 seconds and then they're done. They've tapped. They can't even do anything about it. They can try to shoot you.
But you're fucking up the old lady too.
Well, then I mean I don't know.
Just
I feel
don't
like-
know.
hey, let me ask you: have you ever had one of those go off around you?
Bro, yes,
Yeah.
a lot. I've been hit in the
Okay,
face with one
okay.
multiple times.
How fun was cleaning everything around you?
Well, I didn't have to do that, but you can't breathe at all, dude. It literally
Somebody's gonna
cannot
have
breathe.
to.
I
As
got
soon as
me.
you get hit with it, it takes all your breath, and then within like 30 seconds, you start going where you can't even pull in a breath because it does something to your diaphragm, like your lungs, where you can't even pull in a breath. You can't take a deep breath. It can't happen anymore.
Bronchial dilator.
Yeah, it fucks you up, dude. Fucks you up bad. Like if somebody got sprayed in the face, if they got a gun and you're in a house and you can go around the corner, they're gonna shoot their gun, but they're not coming after you. Like it's fucking life-changing event when you get hit with an OC can, a real one. It fucking hurt.
But
you can fight through OC spray. You have to
not very long, bro. You got to be high on something, or you got to be insane.
Military.
Not
no,
me.
Say like you got to be in corrections, law enforcement, or military.
I'm good on that. That shit sucks.
We went through a couple of gases.
I rather get tased.
What they put inside like them fucking those gas chambers in basic training.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think being tased would suck. But I think hitting the ground. I think hitting the ground would hurt worse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
like,
I don't like that shit.
Hey, Dad's 10. That's what I was about to say. Yeah, that's in basic. That's why Dad's 10 been in the military. That shit is like, oh man. I watch some people walk straight out with no problems, and I see some motherfuckers crawling out, drooling, fucking spitting mucus out their nose and shit.
Oh,
bro, I got sprayed with it, and it felt like something cold hit me in the face. And then I tried to take a breath, and I got my first breath in, but my breath was full of the smell. And when I tried to blow out, I couldn't blow out hardly. And then when I tried to take in more breath, I couldn't do neither. I couldn't go in or out. And then it was like, for me, the first time I got hit with it, it was intense where it shut me down physically. Like mentally, I couldn't push through it. I couldn't even take breaths. Like I wasn't, you know what I mean? There's no way to push through it mentally for me at that time. It got me too good. I took a deep breath of it in my face when it hit me. Like it hit me so close, it was cold when it was hitting me in the face, like cold. You know, fucking, I don't know. It got me good. I guess it depends on how you get it.
So when you go to wipe your eyes, you get it in there.
Dude, no, it was everywhere. I had to take a shower afterwards. It got all over my nuts, my ass, everything. I burnt for like 20 hours, dude. My whole body, my toenails burnt, everything, dude. My whole body was fucked up. My skin, everything. It was like a 20, 30-hour ride, bro.
You got hit.
Bro, I got hit, and then I had to go to a room where they shower you off because I got hit.
Contaminated him.
Yeah, and then after they shower you off, so immediately they shower you off, and all it does is get it all over your body, and you're in handcuffs when they're showering you.
Yeah.
And then they put you in another cell, and then you're in there with nothing else to do. And, dude, your whole body, your asshole, everything is burning really, really bad. It's way worse than what you think.
It's
like
horrible.
maybe
I got maced with handcuffs on, and you can't block it. You just straight to the face. It fucks you up.
I see somebody get hit with some bear spray.
Yeah, well, OC spray is a little bit stronger than CS gas. But
OC is what they use in like it's like the top dog spray. It's like they hit you with it. It's most people can't do anything physically about it. Like if you breathe it in, it's gonna get you.
And
mint fucking toothpaste, wet it down and rub it in.
Yeah,
it was the worst. It burns.
No, I know what you're talking about.
So bad.
I know what you're talking about. Like, I was in county jail. They sprayed somebody in a jail with 88 people in this pod, right? And when they just one little spray, the whole pod for like an hour and a half, everybody's choking and coughing and shit. And it hurts your lungs. You don't want to breathe it in at all. And that's in a huge pod with like 3 tiers up. It's insane. Yeah, so like imagine like it's different in there. Maybe the street cops don't use the same. They probably got a different. I don't know what they got going on. But if you're incarcerated and you get sprayed with a big can, it's usually going to be OC spray, and it's extremely potent. It's not like regular spray. It takes all your breath. You can't breathe.
It definitely subdues you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen people fighting, get hit, they keep fighting.
Motherfuckers, they'll spray your hands with the CS OC spray.
Ugh.
And you can't escape it then. Like it's there. Like everything you touch, everywhere you go, everything you do, like it's fucking on you. Like you go to fucking wash your face, it's just getting worse in your fucking eyes. It's terrible.
Yeah, and you can't just wash. It doesn't just wash off.
No, it stays on you. It's like fucking attached to your skin somehow. It doesn't make any sense.
You can't
I
breathe,
think
so
it,
you're sitting there
I think it
huffing,
goes
but you
into
can't
your
breathe, so you're
like
huffing.
hair follicles. Because, well, like Dad's tent says, it burns like needles burns like fucking. It's horrible.
It feels like you got nerve damage afterwards too. Like it's weird feeling.
Yeah, but the MLT says you ever been shot with one of those OC pellets? Those are fun. It's like a paintball full of fire.
Yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
Fuck
I
that.
bet.
It's like a paintball. You can't breathe no more.
I've been tased
They just
before.
shut
That
your-
wasn't very
shut your
bad.
ass down.
With the
It's like
OC
pepper
spray, fucking, I'm tapped. I'm good. I've been hit with OC spray 3 times. One of them was directly on me, and 2 other times were other people getting sprayed, and I got just a little bit of off spray, and it got me good. All 3 times, I was like, no fucking way, dude.
Yeah, we
I
had
swear to God, this shit
we had
sucks.
that. Fucking spray a fucking pepper spray in a car while we're driving down the road once.
Oh, fuck. You got to pull over immediately and get out.
You have to get the fuck out.
Soon they're gonna start hitting y'all asses with mustard gas. Watch.
Oh, I ain't never going to be incarcerated again. I done did all my
No.
shit. I'm straight.
That shit's
I got my
overrated.
gun rights back and everything, so I'm chilling. I'm a regular ass person now.
But I'm a civilian.
Ooh, straight civilian. It fucking feels good, I'll tell you that.
Well, I hate to tell you guys this, but like, you know, the wizard is awoke.
Oh shit! I better go to bed then. The wrong kind of energy on the earth right now.
I was gonna go to 420, but goddamn.
The wizard
yeah,
has arisen.
I might pass it. I gotta wake up at 8:30 or 7:30.
You gotta watch this guy. I'm joking. Hey, listen. I feel like the more you talk about him, the more we bring him up, the more not even just talk about him, the more that we actually go to his shit and watch him, the more relevant he feels, and the more relevant he is. Like he was always been before all this bullshit. Who was the Twisted? Nobody.
He was still nobody.
He was the
It's funny though.
The nerdy kid in the corner, bro. Like the weird kid that's always been there. Just
It's
leave
still
his
funny.
ass alone. He goes away if you leave him alone, bro. Like just he can make himself. He can make himself try to seem big by making the show and shit. But if you go over there and you go and you sit and watch, and then the 15 like the next show, everybody's talking about him, bro. That's what he wants, bro. That's what he wants.
Well, I don't
That's
have
the
no
only
problem
way
with
he's
it.
been relevant. He's done that over and over and over for 5 years.
Oh, definitely. That's what he's been doing. But I don't mind it though. I thought about it and I was like, I kind of like him part of the community. He's funny. He puts a little spice into shit. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, he don't have nothing to teach nobody or nothing like that, but it's funny to have him around every now and then and talk about him and watch his shit every now and then. It's just one little piece of the puzzle of life, you know. He's not that bad. He's bad, but he's not that bad.
Everything is content.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Until you become content.
He's like,
yeah. Yeah.
He's like,
everything's good content until you become content.
Creative's like, we need somebody like that because then it makes you feel better about yourself.
Exactly. Then you be like, you know what? At least I'm not this guy.
Be like, oh damn, I'm feeling so much better today.
I think he stopped a lot of suicides because life can't be that bad. I'm not shitting in buckets, you know.
And then here we are talking about it again.
Anyways, we got. I'm gonna go to 2 hours, so we got like 17 minutes involved, 16 minutes. And shit, what else y'all want to talk about? Because we had good conversation this whole time, so let's not even get off and go into that.
Bro, I swear I hope Trump gets elected, dude. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm praying for that shit.
If they allow him to fucking get through all the bullshit they're putting them through right now.
Bro, when he was president, there was so much hope in so many different areas of government. And there were so many different things that were happening across business and shit. It was amazing, dude. I was watching this shit like, damn, this is crazy. And then Biden became president, and now like all the opportunities that look real cool, the ones that I knew of at least, and how things were that changed drastically and just went back to like fucking Obama era again. It's bullshit.
Well, we know why the White House is called the White House now.
Yo,
They found that cocaine.
CT, what's up, brother?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then it's just I don't even care about who like Biden or anything. If he was doing it, if his team was doing a great job and the country we were having a better time as citizens here, it'd be cool. But he's not doing what Trump was doing. He was making it easier for business. He did a lot of cool shit for a bit money wise and shit that made sense. I don't know what Biden's done, but
I'm not gonna lie to you. I made a lot more money with Trump in his office. Was in office.
A lot of people done that. A lot of people said that.
Shit. You know, Trump didn't put up with shit. If you were fucking around, he would cut you off.
It's about business. America's about
Everything
business. Everything's business.
Too.
Everything's
made
business.
More money and everything costs less.
And there was more hope for government jobs that have good paying. By the way, don't get it twisted. Government jobs are really good, dude. You get a whole bunch of benefits and you get paid well and shit. Like a lot of people need those jobs. A lot of people need those jobs. So like he was trying to get a whole bunch more jobs to do all kinds of things. And he was incentivizing companies to come back in a big way.
Hey, you almost had 6,300 new fucking IRS auditors. That's government jobs.
He's elected more judges, Supreme Court judges than any other president, hasn't he? Or or at least he's vetted more or something like that. He's ran like made the public more aware.
Like, he didn't just go out and hire somebody on prerequisites. You know, like I'm only hiring.
I like a lot of the shit he did. I really do. My grandma's really against him and she'll never vote for him. But I got her to where she won't vote for Democrats this coming up. She's not gonna vote at all. I was like, all right, that's better than voting for Democrats because they're fucking tearing shit up right now. Let the Republicans do some business shit for a while, regardless if you like it or not. They got good plans for business currently in this day and age right now. Fuck the history, fuck all that shit. They know what they're doing. They got some good packages. It makes sense. I don't know what the Democrats are doing.
What's the fucking past got to do with the present or the future? Like, if you ever gambled, you can't gamble on the same thing every time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the last number in a fucking roulette table don't mean the next number is the same thing, you know?
I think Biden's going to mic drop us, though, bro. He's going to go, I'm going to make weed totally fucking legal if you vote for me.
Nah.
And then he'll be president.
Yeah, like that's the only thing they got, bro.
That's the only thing they got.
Legit thing, but he'll never do it, so you already know you're getting fucked.
Yeah,
he'll lie to your face. He'll never do it.
But they'll figure out some market of people to group to talk to that is like easy to sway. They'll find some market and then they'll fucking talk to all those people. Or if they can't do that, then they'll fucking talk to other people in other countries and get them to come into our country and let them vote, like they're doing now.
You mean like a couple of million refugees from wherever?
No, not a couple, bro.
Yeah,
talking about we got to go up into the tens. Million? Let's go into the tens. Let's get up to that 10, 20 million mark somewhere.
20 million refugees.
Fuck it, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah, I was about to say,
50,
all right, so
60,
listen,
70,
let's get up off of politics. Let's talk about all the people in prison for weed.
Oh my goodness.
There's not very many.
Huh?
There's really not a whole bunch of people for real. Like
people don't like my opinion.
Population.
People don't like my opinion about that.
You don't really go to prison for weed anymore. Like if
no,
you're
more.
in prison for weed, it's because you did something while you were in prison and broke.
And here's my thing: no matter what it is, if you chose to break the law and you go to prison, that's on you. That's on you. You know, I mean, you knew the risk. I mean, should people be in jail for weed? No, it's like
I don't like it.
But if it's against the law, and you broke the law.
I see what you're doing, Crop. So you have to have a sense of responsibility for what you do, regardless if you don't believe it's right or wrong. And that's how society works together, is that sense of responsibility. So you have to accept you've done something wrong and do your time and not be an asshole about it if you've done it wrong. But overall, it is wrong to go to jail for that type of shit.
Yeah. Just like you shouldn't go to jail for owing people money. You know, debtors' prison's illegal too.
Yeah,
You
that's
shouldn't go to-
strange. That's very strange
Yo,
phenomenon. I don't understand
Well,
with
some
money.
people get their driver's license taken if they don't pay child support.
Yeah.
Right.
that
How
just
do they
wait.
get to
There's
work?
more than
How
that,
do they get
but
to work now?
Mm.
Like what? You know, like
They used
I
to be
mean,
able to
that's
send
not
you to
right,
jail for
but
child support just some
they
number of years
still
ago.
do.
they can't. They can't.
There's a lot of states that quit doing it though. There were some guidelines that the government put out about that, and a lot of states have changed laws. It should be It should be getting better though. Like they shouldn't be able to arrest you for child support at all. Period. Under any situation, even though it's a real important situation, you should be paying child support if your kid needs some help. But like it should be totally illegal to arrest you and put you in jail. That's not helping the situation at all
Yeah, that's
for
not,
nobody.
Hold on, that's
that's
it.
making
It's
it
doing
worse.
no good at all for nobody.
You
Not
really
nobody at
involved
all.
in
Not even the
nothing.
person that's not paying. It's not doing them no good neither. Like it's crazy.
And now their dad's in jail.
Yeah. And
You
then
know?
they're trying to.
It's
They
not
got to
good
make
for the
money
kid,
and
but
they
now the
can't.
kid's dad's in jail. You know, or mom or whatever, whoever it is.
Yeah,
Normally,
there's
You
moms
lose
that
your
owe
job
child
because
support out there too.
you gotta do 6 months
for
in
sure.
jail because you couldn't pay child support.
But we all do agree, right, that weed should be legal though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Weed should be federally legal across the United States,
Yeah.
across the world.
Listen, nobody should be in jail for it. Nobody should go to jail for it. Listen, right now, I think it's a little fucked up that they've constructed this sense of security where you can go and have marijuana with you and do all these things. But like, they don't tell you that the DWI laws that come behind it, where they can fucking pull you over
Felony.
and arrest you for
Then they
driving
don't
while
tell you
you're
that you
high.
can't be
Felony,
smoking
yeah.
in public areas. They don't tell you you can't smoke in public areas, so they're gonna give you a ticket for that.
They give you,
You
yeah, they
can't-
give you, they allow you to be ignorant of the law and the rules, so that they can exploit you.
Yep.
And I think that's fucked up.
Yep.
Although it is your responsibility to know your rights.
Oh yeah. So here's a this is kind of a little change of subject, but isn't this kind of weird? Like, so there was a lot of people were getting these ideas that it's fucked up that they'll make it legal to grow weed at home here, but there's no way to get into the market.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So look, I was hearing that for a while, and I heard that argument, and something in me didn't fully go with the argument. I don't know why, and then it occurred to me why. I was like, oh, I get it now. So it's not really about that. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Is there an answer?
So I don't know. He said, yeah.
No, I said that. I'm reading the chat, the fucking the chat. I said yes, CT. CT said child support should be paid, and I'm just reading the chat. I wasn't even.
Okay, so here's what I think.
What you were just talking about. Actually, I was just trying to read the chat.
All right, so like they here in Arizona, they let you grow at home, but you can't sell anything at all. There's no way for you to get to market. So what they've done, a lot of people go, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? Like that's bullshit. There's no hope to get to be a business person or anything, right? But what it's actually done, what I've noticed why I didn't like the argument fully was, okay, they propped up the black market. You should be happy. They made laws so that you can sell weed in the black market non-taxed, so you can get your ass enough money to get a license or move and do whatever the fuck you got to do. Like, they don't persecute nobody for doing anything. They let people do trap events. They do all this shit. So really what they've done is they allowed you to make a business non-taxed so you can get to the next monetization zone in your life. So you move forward, save some money.
That's dope.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
that's how I thought about it. You know what I mean? So that's one way that I was thinking about it. So like, that's what people band together, and that's what the community is about, right? Is about that gray area. It's always been about this gray area. And then some states have given us the opportunity to have a flourishing gray market. A lot of people stay away from it though, because they're like, well, it's against the law. But you know, it's a common thing in our society that happens where people break the law with weed and no one gets in trouble. Why? Because it's ethical. It literally is ethical. A lot of people believe that it's fine and respect other people to do it. So like, that's the common consensus now across almost all the states. So it's like, you're almost doing yourself a disservice and other people who are in the community by not, like, you know, supporting the black market and shit, or being part of the black market. because the black market is really what's giving a lot of people the opportunity to become multi-million-dollar businesses or to raise their family from poverty up into, you know, becoming a company owner or whatever. Like, that's what I was thinking about it. Maybe we'd use that for some energy, ambition.
Right.
True. I believe that. I can follow behind that.
Oh, buy local weed from your
Hell
local
yeah.
black market grower.
Yeah, we're saying
There's
here,
a lot,
like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people, there's a lot of people that grow here now in this state that, you know, said they got good weed. I mean, like, I don't mind supporting somebody. There's a lot of
Definitely.
local people that come and support me.
bro, I'd rather smoke other people's weed every time I'm on live. Every time I'm doing a video where someone's gonna ask me what are you smoking, I want to be able to go, oh, I'm smoking True to the Movements, blah blah blah. Or
Yeah,
I'm smoking Caregiver Nate's ice cream cake. Like that's what I'd rather be doing. I'd rather be marketing for it. So I might not smoke it in my downtime when I'm not live, but every time I'm live, I'll market for you and smoke it. Like let's get high on your shit and talk about your shit.
That's totally understandable. Hell yeah, that's a great idea.
That's kind of what we try to do around here. At least some of us try to smoke each other's shit, but we'll get better at it. But that's supporting the community, I think, too. Like black market shit, like a lot of people steer clear from the black market shit, but bro, man, like
Black market shit.
come on, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Most of the people that I know, like that are in business now, that are legal business, they came from the black market. Like, like
you came from doing pop
most
ups.
of them.
They came from doing, like you said, these are all these weed events and shit like that, and then they made their money and got to the next fucking level. And exactly what you were just saying.
Yeah, so then there's some gray areas in the black market where you can do things and you can do it like, you know, you buy weed from people, but instead of fucking buying weed from people, you just give people money and you don't talk about it. And then you happen to get weed though too. You know what I mean? And there's no real measurement to requirement of anything. You're just helping each other out with shit. Like, so, you know, I grow, you might want to give me money just because, you know what I mean? You want to help me out because you know I grow. And then I know that you're trying to help me out and shit and you got money. So then I want to help you out with weed.
Yeah, it's just like an investment. You're making an investment.
But be careful with that donation thing though, because there's donation laws that state you cannot tell somebody what you're going to give them for a donation. That's illegal to do. You're bribing somebody. So then, and then there's other laws with marijuana in a lot of states that even state you can't do a donation that will get any gift of marijuana at all. Like here in Arizona, you can't do that. It's totally illegal. But there's ways to get around that. So basically, I can get donations, right? And then in a separate event or a separate conversation, but at the same time, you could also get weed, but they not be in the same event. So you can't give me donations for weed, but I can give you weed and you can give me money. There's no problem with that. But when you can put them together, there's a problem. That's where it becomes. So the gray area in the black market is you just give me money and I just give you weed. There's no talking about it, and there's nothing illegal going on. No trades.
It's just like the alcohol places. Like back in the day, it used to be certain laws was like you can't buy the liquor. So what you would do, you would buy tickets, and that ticket will get you alcohol. So you'll go to the bartender and get that. So like, long story short, like you were saying, you're not buying the weed, you're buying the ticket.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then
you're buying the brownie, but it comes with weed. The brownie's $20. Comes with free weed.
You know what I'm saying?
we can't do raffle tickets. We can't do raffles here for weed stuff either. So like, if we do raffles and we have products that are cannabis and we want to give those away too, they can't be included. No, I'm just letting you know that's how we get away with it here and legally. So you can do the raffle. There'd be a whole bunch of shit in there that's non-cannabis related, but then not sitting in the pile of the raffle, the stuff that you're getting for the raffle, there could be separate stuff, you know what I mean? And it'd be on the table. So then you can ask what it is and you say what it is. What are these? Oh, there's things I'll be giving away. Okay, cool. How do I get into that? Oh, it's just stuff I'll be giving away at some point in time. So then you get in the raffle, you won. Oh, here, I'll give you a plant. Oh, here, I'll give you this. Here, I'll give you that. So you literally not breaking the law doing that at all. A cop could come up and try to get you to figure out what you're doing, and you could explain exactly what's going on, and they'd be like, "Well, son of a bitch, you give stuff away. There's no problem with that." Yeah, you got me. But you got to know what you're doing, and you got to keep up that And then that's how the black market stays good here. Is people can keep that up, and it's not illegal at all.
But
Yeah,
well, we
guys, I
coming
gotta
up to
run.
this little. Yeah, it was just past 4:20. I took it.
Yeah, that's. I better get off here too. I better
Yeah,
go to
bro.
bed.
Yeah, I'm about to
That
get off
time.
of here. It is. Again, I'm gonna let Twisted run the airwaves. You guys got it. I appreciate everybody that came up. I appreciate School of Crop he left too. But I appreciate this whole conversation. You know what I'm saying? This whole convo. And then look, I appreciate the puppy that's appreciating the weed.
Yeah, he's chilling now.
Puppy looks
So
good.
but again, it was a great show. It was only 2 hours, and we got a lot of information out there. I think now that every Monday and every Friday, I'm gonna try to do this type of show where we talk literally about the real, like how new growers need to have like you said an SOP. And
like something that guide that you can work with.
Exactly, a guide all the way through. So we can talk about just starting off just like that, or we could have topics. We could talk about that shit elsewhere, and then we can just bring it here. You know what I'm saying? So again, it was a great show. I hope we can do some more shows like this. Thanks for coming up today. Thanks for everybody else who was here.
Oh yeah.
And I think you know what I'm saying.
Dead. Alan.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the shit. Alan, Dasman,
Creative.
Everybody, bro.
Everybody.
Got the fucking bike in the living room. It's crazy.
Hey, bro.
Take your bike. They gonna Pee Wee Herman your shit.
No, every time I ride it, I gotta maintenance all the fucking bearings and everything because I ride for miles and miles.
Oh shit, yeah.
I'll ride like 10, 20 miles. No, I wish them were a little more expensive, but
you pedaling that much?
Oh yeah, I pedal like a motherfucker, bro.
Dog. Okay.
Yeah, big pedaling. Like, yeah, well, I've been riding bikes my whole life, though, so it's habit.
Do you drive?
Yeah. What do you
mean? Do you drive?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
He's like, no, you got a car?
You pedal
miles. You're hilarious. Hell yeah, I drive. I drive in my truck, and I take this bike to a path somewhere that's like miles and miles and miles and shit, and then I ride there, and then I get back in my truck.
Out of here! You take a truck to ride a bike?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I can't ride the bike from my house to go anywhere where I would like to ride the bike, unless I rode like for an hour to get there. You're hilarious. No, this bike has some expensive air shocks on it. It's got air shocks here. It's made to be rode on hard trails and shit.
The hooligans in your neighborhood are gonna try it.
No, it ain't no concrete. It ain't no concrete fucking skate, bro. That motherfucker's meant for the hardest shit out there.
Give me that bike.
No, this like the entry level to these types of bikes is a couple grand. Bro, go online and type in mountain bike for not your Walmart mountain bike, just a regular mountain bike that's required for a trail. Just type in trail mountain bike, and then you'll be like, holy shit, they start at $1,500.
Yeah,
what's going on?
Cannondale.
Oh, you do? Oh, you're right. All of a sudden, so you have a hardtail though, right? It's not a dual suspension.
Listen, I have one. I don't use it.
Oh. He said, "Oh,
I don't ride that motherfucker. Come on, there's nowhere.
I fucking love riding, dude.
You ride that shit flat as fuck over there.
Yeah, the tires flat. Motherfucker sitting in the still got the protective cover on the chain.
You know,
no, that's a big no. Make fun of you immediately.
No, it ain't ever been spun.
Still got the kickstand on it and shit.
Oh, for sure.
You pull up, kick the kick. Bam! What's up, bro? Bike just chilling right behind you as you walk up.
Yeah, it's got the
little plastic film around the spokes.
Yeah, you got the little reflectors in the spokes and everything.
I got the ones that slide up and down.
Oh my goodness!
Noise.
You got a card taped to your fucking
You got a
spoke,
little
so
bead that goes on.
No,
You got the beads that
that's
go on
what
the
the
spokes.
things are for. That's what the little clickers are for.
oh my
You got
goodness.
the beads that go on the spokes. You got the little clip-on beads.
Yeah, the clip-on reflective beads. Yeah, dog. Those things are tight.
They spin in the wind.
I gotta put them
They
on.
spin in the wind.
I got 2 packs. I gotta put them on, and a basket and some streamers for the handlebars.
I was about to say you got the handlebar streamers, so you ain't got the handlebar streamers. You ain't do it. And you gotta get the horn that has the loop.
Bro, I forgot about streamers, dude. If I had some streamers on my mountain bike riding through there,
All green.
and another mountain biker see me riding through there, he would be like, "What in the fuck is going on? Are you okay, sir? You need some water? Are you all right?"
Bro, you don't know nothing
Put a
about
basket on the front, bro. Put a basket
with
on
some
that bike.
streamers and a little puppy hanging out the front.
You gotta get
You gotta get
streamers,
one of
bro,
those
with a
bells.
little
Bing, bing,
basket
bing.
on the front. Keep your snacks in. You gotta put like a little orange juice.
You gotta have
No, I
the
have-
Put
I
like
have-
a little orange juice in there.
No, I got a water backpack.
A little
Look.
orange juice and an apple.
You got a picnic
I have
basket.
to have this water bag goes in this
Oh,
backpack.
you got
with-
you a nice
Oh, you got it's portable bladder? That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
I have to, dude. I have to drink. I have drank like probably 4 or 5 20-ounce bottles when I'm
Yeah,
out in
Camelback.
just a couple
That
hours.
looks like a camelback top.
Bro, I would have died doing that shit what you do, bro. No cap.
No, it's not as hard as you think. You just got to be prepped for it. You got to drink correctly. You got to eat correctly, and then you got to do it a couple times before you do it for a long period of time, and then you'd be good.
You gotta feed in water just right, otherwise you can't.
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely not.
Kinda
You
like
should not go
throwing
out
weed.
there if you don't drink and eat right.
He has a motto. It's everything in moderation, the right amount.
Yep, that's a good one. I like it. He said everything in moderation. All the time.
As long as it's the right amount.
Yeah, as long as the right amount. It can't be too much. If it's too much, then it's too much. If it's not enough,
I think I got you figured out, creative. I think I got you figured out.
I got you figured out. And then he's
I'm just a big nerd, bro. I'm just a big ass nerd.
Yeah.
That's it.
Reduce
Just
it
love
to
everything.
its simplest form. That's all you're trying to do. That's it.
Yeah.
You're just trying to bust it down Barney style, make it so motherfuckers can I love you and you love me.
Yeah. Oh man, you know we just too stupid, bro. You know what I mean? Let it be known, you're just too dumb for this shit.
Hell no.
We make it too hard. We make it too
hard. The plants are that do it. 100%.
Yeah, bro. Stupid.
The plants are the ones that are smart. We're not very smart. The plants are smart. They know what to do. We don't really know. So we just have to watch them and make sure if you can figure out how to listen to a plant, then that will make you a good grower, basically. Fuck listen to everybody else. You just gotta listen to the plant.
Plants to talk to you.
Fuck yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's not words. It's not words, but they definitely do. They do it sexually.
What? All right,
I'm gonna get off here.
All right, bro. Let's get them off here. It's getting too late. We went off on the tangent. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe, man. Hey, ADHD, Super Secret Discord, whenever you want to be there. And creative. I fucks with you, bro. Anytime.
Creative.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Jimstown,
You guys are hella cool.
Dash Tent, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. You too, creative. I'm gonna be at your show. I know you always catch me in your chat. So
hell yeah.
To everybody who's out there, y'all go have a great night, early morning, great day. Y'all make it a good one. Use all your hours in the day right. You know what I'm saying? Use your light. Don't overwater. Don't fuck up your plants. And y'all see y'all next time on the last blunt of the night. Peace.
Right.